Imagine what those guys are getting into over the next couple of days. But I know what we're getting into tonight, everybody. Patriots talk. We got Dan Lifshatz in studio tonight in 1 hour. So I'm interested to get his opinion on the officials, which is always a great starting point with Dan. Because it was atrocious. And I know people just look at what they saw in the Patriots game, but, I thought the Seattle Mariners game against the Tigers, the yump was horrible. The Georgia game was inexcusable, what happened there. But again, coaches in college football have that type of advantage still. And then you saw what happened in the Patriots game. So I guess we can get over the officiating because the Patriots have Drake May, and they're that good that they can overcome that. But as Drake May keeps improving, the team keeps improving, and my leadoff take tonight, which I believe is presented by Super Service Today, day or night, always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com. It was a rebuild. I think everybody was in that it was going to take some time. Maybe Drake May would go through some growing pains, but here we are 6 weeks in, and he's an MVP candidate. Mike Vrabel is a Coach of the Year candidate. Stephon Diggs is a comeback player of the year candidate. Josh McDaniels is a candidate to be offensive coordinator of the year. Like, all those things are now happening for the Patriots that in 6 weeks, the turnaround, I don't think anybody expected it. Anybody at all. But the Patriots are in first place right now. And there's a chance right now that the Patriots, the way that their schedule works out, they can win the AFC East. And I mentioned that rebuild and the timetable and the expectations. I'm here to tell you right now, with the schedule they have ahead and the way that Drake May is playing, they can win the AFC East. And quite frankly, I think they should win it. They have 3 wins right now over the Dolphins. Well, they'll beat the Jets. Maybe there'll be a hiccup. I doubt it if they have a quarterback. But if you look at their conference, they have the wins. And just in their division, they've beaten the Dolphins already, and they've beaten the Bills. And the Bills lose again last night. Not to mention, the Patriots have a new coach. There's a chance that there are 3 AFC East teams that could have a new head coach next year. Aaron Glenn, I'm sorry, I like you, buddy. Not sure it's working out there. Mike McDaniel, he's lost the team. Tua's lost it. Tua's losing it. The Buffalo Bills have the MVP, but their defense can't stop a nosebleed. And, of course, the addition of Drake May and Mike Vrabel could dominate the AFC East for the next coming years. The significance of that win against Buffalo has put the Patriots back on the map in many ways. They were the talk of Sunday Night Football. Right? Everybody was gushing about them. McCourty, Sims, Garrett. Everybody was talking about them. This Drake May for MVP conversation's gotten even better today. The odds have gotten better today after Josh Allen lost last night. The Patriots are in first place in the AFC East. They now are in the playoff discussion, and the road ahead is extremely easy. The Patriots' chance to win the division as of today is 49.9%. Is that 50-50 yes, Skaz? 50-50 yes?
50-50 yes.
50-50 yes. They have a chance to win the division. By the way, the Bills' chance to win the division is 50.1. Just that 0.1 is still the difference there. But let's factor in the rest of this season for the Patriots. It's easy. I said under 8.5, and I'm telling you they should blow it out of the water right now. They should blow that number absolutely out of the water. Look at this schedule ahead here. This is how easy the Patriots schedule is and how hard the Bills schedule is for the rest of the way. And this is why I think the Patriots there should be an expectation now that they win it. They have the Tennessee Titans this week. It is their 3rd consecutive road game. Revenge spot for Mike Vrabel. They play the Cleveland Browns. Who's their quarterback? Dylan Gabriel right now? Maybe Shedeur Sanders if something happens there. Now the Atlanta Falcons game has become interesting, but you're at home. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, back-to-back games there, not easy. And they're not favored in that game. They're favored in the previous 3, though. The Jets game, they should win that game at home. They should be able to beat the Bengals. I think Joe Burrow might still be out. They should beat the Giants and they go into their bye week. Do you know who they play off their bye week? Buffalo. Buffalo. If they sweep Buffalo, it should be a clear path. The runway. There should be a clear runway to winning the AFC East. I know I'm looking ahead, everybody. I'm doing it. I am doing it. I know this week's Tennessee, but I'm sorry. I'll give you the numbers just because, I have to make a case for the other team every week. Last week was a trap. This one, no. This would be the ultimate letdown spot. And I just can't see the team not rallying around Mike Vrabel this week. I just can't see it. Cleveland, usually was always in Cleveland, was a tough spot. Remember years ago, Tom Brady and them lost on a 1 o'clock in Cleveland. This one's here in New England. Atlanta, watching them last night beat Buffalo, maybe there's something there. Bucks, I think that could be an MVP conversation type game. Baker Mayfield, Drake May, we'll do that a little bit later in the show. But the Jets twice, they have 4 wins right now. Just add those 2 up. 6. Add the Tennessee Titans. 7. Can they beat Cleveland? Absolutely. 8. The Giants? 9. How about the Dolphins again on the final game of the year when they're going to fire their coach and their quarterback probably won't be there? Oh, and it's cold. 10 wins? That doesn't mean they can't beat the Ravens. Doesn't mean they can't beat, the Bucks. Can they? The Bengals? The AFC East is right there for the Patriots. It's right there. And, do we really want to get into the nitty-gritty? Because I'll do it if you want me to. I'm a grinder. I'll grind it out, baby. Why not the Patriots to win the AFC? I'm a guy who loves to tell you to pump your brakes. Hold your horses. I think Drake May has brought that excitement and is literally, he has made them game changers. They're dangerous right now, the Patriots. Again, call up 617-779-0985. You want to blam me on the under 8.5? Let's do it because that thing's torched. You know what? Where's prop swap? Can somebody buy my 8.5 ticket under? Get it to get me out of that thing? I'm worried. They're going over. Way over. They can win the AFC East. They could potentially win the AFC. That's where I'm at today. Watching Buffalo last night and their crap defense and their crap coach. They should absolutely be in the discussion to win the division. And right now they have a 49.9% Joe Math roundup 50-50 yes. And I think they even have a shot at the AFC. The top spot in the AFC. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. Who is the best team in the AFC? Well, ask Skaz that. I think he's got an answer for that one. You watch a lot of the games, right, Skaz? Yeah, we'll do all that. Coming up next, I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
They're faltering in the regular
They
season.
allowed 335 yards in the first half, the most since 2001.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, I'm Joe Murray. Oh, Nick Wright. All over the Buffalo Bills, how it's been easy for them, right? The last 2 weeks, they've been outplayed by Drake May, and they got outplayed by Michael Penix. And, let's just, because, all we can ever do is compare things to the past. But imagine, Tom Brady losing to two back-to-back, or second-year quarterbacks. This is Josh Allen, the MVP of the league, losing at home on Sunday Night Football, and then goes on the road against Atlanta with an extra day rest, and looked horrible. At some point, I'm sure it's going to fall on McDermott. It will. It always does. But this is why I say it's wide open now. I don't think the Bills hold the aura, right? The mystique, any of that. They can be beat. Now, they're still the favorite to win the division and in the AFC. But I don't know. I look at things right now and I say, why not the Patriots is the best team in the AFC? So I ask you guys this at 617-779-0985. What's up to our YouTube family? I'm jumping in there right now. Just go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and you can see me right on your YouTube channel right there. I like to read a lot of the chat, so feel free. But who is the best team in the AFC? And I think it's an interesting question. You can make a case for a lot of teams. When it comes to the record, it's probably the Colts, right? The Colts are probably the best team in the league, but do you really feel as though the Colts and Daniel Jones can go on this long? Because I don't. I think they have a running game and receivers and a decent defense, right? So, are they the best team in the AFC? What about the Steelers? We saw them. The Patriots went toe-to-toe with them. They still have Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if that's what's a difference for them, but they've won 3 in a row. Patriots have won 3 in a row now since that loss. When you look at the AFC, out in the West, the Chargers are 4-2, Denver's 4-2, Kansas City's 3-3. If the season ended today, the Chiefs don't make the playoffs. That's my big bet this year. Chiefs not making the playoffs. The AFC South is dominated by the Colts, but Jacksonville lost this week. The Texans are 2-3. I don't know. They've won 2. Maybe they go on a little bit of a run right now. The AFC North, Baltimore's 1-5, people. And Cincinnati's 2-4 with Joe Flacco. They've lost 4 in a row. Is Joe Burrow coming back? So, I have to lock in the Steelers for that one. The Colts right now are almost locked in for the South. Maybe Denver and the Chargers both get in. Does that mean the Patriots and Bills both get in if they have somewhat of the same record there or a tiebreaker or whatever? I kind of crap on, I shouldn't say crap. I'm pretty hard on the Patriots defense. But they've only given up 120 points on the year. The Steelers have given up 107. The Broncos have given up 95 points. Who's the best team in the AFC? It's wide open. Why not the New England Patriots? Why not the Patriots? And I've already given you that road ahead. After week 6, the hardest to easiest remaining NFL schedules based solely on opponent. You guys remember tankathon.com, right? Remember we used to do that with the Celtics? And even with the draft with the Patriots? The hardest schedule remaining is the Detroit Lions with a 607 winning percentage. They have the Bucks, Steelers, Packers, Eagles, Rams, and they play the Vikings twice. If I just kept it to the AFC, Houston has the toughest schedule. The Colts have a tough schedule. Steelers, 49ers, twice the Jaguars, Chargers, Seahawks. Chargers have a tough schedule. Colts, Seahawks, Colts, Steelers, Eagles, Jacksonville, Denver. If I keep going here, the Patriots have the easiest schedule. Their two toughest opponents. The Patriots' two toughest opponents rest of the way are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills, who they already beat. They play the Jets twice, the crappy Titans who just fired their coach, the Browns, the Dolphins, the Ravens, and the Bengals. How can we not be thinking AFC East right now? How can we not even have the thought of AFC? I have turned a corner, everybody. You are listening to a changed man. I am a changed man. I didn't think they were going to be good enough this year. I thought under 8.5 wins. I didn't even think Mike Vrabel was the right guy. And I certainly don't like Josh McDaniels. But holy hell, their toughest opponents the rest of the way are the Bucs and the Bills. I might bet the AFC East right now. I might even bet the AFC. Could they be the number 1 seed? Could they get a bye? Holy smokes. This is what the impact of Drake May has done to the Patriots. It might be hyperbole, but it's not, everybody. They have risen to this level, and everybody else has fallen. And there are things that Mike Vrabel talked about this year. He said he wanted to win the division. He wanted to get into the playoffs. These were things he said at the beginning of the year. Right now, they're on their way to the division. They're on their way to the playoffs. They could get a bye. The schedules the rest of the way are it's absolutely wild. The remaining opponents and their records and what's happened to them. The Jets twice, people? Jets twice! The Titans this week. Of the fired coach angle, I don't know if it's going to work this week. The Browns? The Dolphins? The Bengals and Ravens? Holy smokes. I mean, they'll probably lose another 3 games, I bet. I'm sure they will. I'm sure. What a road to the playoffs. It's right there for the Patriots. The expectations should now be playoffs. Not rebuild, not, Drake May in the second season. No, they've already won. Drake May is already elevated. Drake May's now elevated the team. They got the right guy in the draft. They might even have the right coach. I'm a changed man, everybody. 617-779-0985. We're here till 10 o'clock tonight. Feel free to call in. Let's talk to Sean. He's in Worcester. What's up, Sean?
Hey, how you doing, Joe? I got to say I disagree with you because I think you're missing two key factors that happen every year. First of all, everybody's saying that the Patriots are so strong because all these other teams also have injuries. We're not counting any injuries happening to us, and you know it's going to happen. And also, there's always, every year, any given Sunday, one game, and it's going to be the Jets or the Dolphins, and they're going to end up beating us for some strange reason.
Hey, Sean,
so
listen, Sean, I live on your side of the street when it comes to this stuff, okay? Like, that's been a lever I've been pulling for years, okay? I don't know, man. I think what Drake May is showing and the way the team's going and the way it's setting up, it would almost be, if they didn't make the playoffs, dude, it would almost be like embarrassing with the way that schedule is.
I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think the division is out of it because one of those things is going to happen, and you're going to blow a game that you never thought you were going to blow, or we're going to lose a really key player, and we're not going to be able to go all the way deep.
So you wouldn't bet the Patriots plus 165 right now to win the AFC East?
No, not right now.
Oh, God.
Talk to me in 6 weeks.
Okay. Skaz, sir, I appreciate your call. Thank you, sir. Skaz, I know you watch the games. Plus 165 Patriots to win the AFC East.
Yeah, I dabble. Easiest schedule in like the last 30 years or something, they're saying.
Can you believe the toughest opponents are the Bills and the Bucs?
And maybe the Ravens. Lamar's back.
If
I think he's coming back.
But what if they're out of it?
It's still
They're
Lamar.
going to play him at the end of the year?
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the Ravens. I'd look at the Ravens to win that division, too. I know their defense has been brutal, but they've been banged up. They got to bye. I'd still worry about the Ravens a little bit.
Okay, how about the playoffs? At this point, wouldn't it be a disappointment?
Yeah, if they don't make the playoffs, it's a massive disappointment. Season could still be a success because Drake May is good, but we'll see. You're already already have more wins than you did the last couple of years. So I think playoffs are bust at this point.
Who's the best team in the AFC?
In the AFC or the AFC East?
AFC.
I mean, I'd still say the Chiefs. Best quarterback. Defense looks pretty good.
Out of the playoffs right now, though.
Yeah, they're still the Chiefs.
How do you feel about the Bills?
That defense is bad. Aging defense hasn't been great. Offense wasn't great last night either. I like Shakir and Coleman, but Dalton Kincaid was out last night. I know Dawson Knox caught the first touchdown for Buffalo, but it's crazy to say that they need a weapon. They could use a guy like Stephon Diggs, but they're missing something on that offense. James Cook is, a pretty good running back, but it just looks. Were you saying last night Josh Allen might be a little banged up?
I maybe we'll ask Lifshatz. I know he asks around. I thought, was there something about a hand, or was I just somebody kind of chirped at me last night? Well, I didn't see anything about a hand injury. Well, I mean, I don't know why I thought maybe he was dealing with something. Did he look right? Has he looked right? I mean, are we just going to blame McDermott, the defense? Is that what you're going to do?
I didn't think Josh Allen was very good last night.
I don't either. I don't think they used James Cook enough. I mean, Joe Brady's getting all this praise. Could be the next coach here, there. Oh, I have a weird coaching take later on today.
I saw a name, too, for Penn State that we didn't mention last night. Maybe we can do that with Lifshatz.
Oh, yeah. I got an NFL name that woo-hoo. I sent it in our Slack channel today with a graphic wearing the Titans uniform.
Oh, yes.
Don't even say it.
Yes, I did see that. I had already erased it from my memory, Joe.
Yes. But you never know with that group, man. You never know. I feel like Dundero losing my voice in postgame there. 617-779-0985. We dropped a big hit last night. It was called Street Meat with our boy Tommy from Lynn. Tommy!
What's up, guys? I want to say thank you, Joe and Stan, for playing the songs. I love you guys a lot for doing that. It made my night, and it made all my fans' nights and all my friends' nights.
Hey, Tommy, real quick.
We love you so much.
Let's sing it along. Ready? Street meat, street meat, street meat.
Street meat. Went to the Sox game, grabbed the sausage, peppers and onions. That's it, please. Now I'm on call with Joe Murray.
Street meat.
Yes.
Yeah,
Joe,
Tommy.
this is what I gotta say about the Patriots, about that Drake May song. I made that song at the right time. Look at them. They're back. They're 4-2. They have the easiest schedule. They're in first place. Drake May's the real deal. Drake May's in the MVP conversation, and he's playing really good. What else do people want to expect from him? Look at him. He's playing good. This team's unbelievable, Joe. I love this team. And this team's going to run away with that AFC East. The Bills are trash. The Dolphins are trash, and the Jets are trash. They're all trash besides the Patriots. It's our division again. Let's go, May, and let's go, Pats. I love you guys.
Hey. I already got a text from Lifshatz telling me to relax. Listen, I just want you all to know, you have been telling me for weeks, Joe, you're not giving him enough credit. Joe, you're too hard on Josh McDaniels. Joe, Mike Vrabel's the right guy. Joe, blah, blah, wee. All of it. You've done it all to me. I have just been looking at that schedule now, and I'm like, well, then playoffs is on. So, yes, that's right. This is our house, baby. Whoa. I mean, the schedule's so easy. Coach of the Year, MVP, Offensive Coordinator of the Year, which I didn't know they had the award. Oh, Comeback Player of the Year, Offensive Lineman of the Year, but GM of the Year. How about that? Whee! No, I'm being serious. Normally, I'm the pump the brakes guy. I look at that schedule, and I say, man, if they play this well, it should be a little bit of home cooking in the playoffs this year. Yeah, let's go! We'll hit the headline here. I'm Joe Murray. Hey, let's look back at the 2024 draft class. We'll do it next.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Well, there's nothing going on. I do know that the Celtics media took on the Celtics coaching staff, and well, they didn't get shut out, but it wasn't good. What do we have? Well, everybody's Joe Joe, you didn't like the Vrabel hire. Joe under 8.5 wins. Hey, listen. I'd love to tell you that I think that I made a good pick on under 8.5. It was 7.5. I got it at 8.5. Something could happen where they don't win 9 games. It still could happen. I am just not. I'm burning the ticket. I'll smoke it if I have to, but I am burning that ticket. I think the Patriots are going to soar past 8.5 wins. Schedule's too easy, everybody. And I know that the Patriots are still a team where you look at the schedule and they just can't beat anybody by showing up. I get that. And they'll have a hiccup to somebody. I know it. I know. It's just at this point, starting 4-2, the way the rest of the AFC is and how the Bills are struggling with Tennessee on deck and the next couple of games being very favorable, the Pats should go on a run here and make their way to the playoff. Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. Let's talk to Chris. He's in the car. Hey, Chris.
Joey Bag of Money. Listen, bud, I want to say 2 things. The first thing I want to ask you is what's the next show you're doing locally? And B, you never mentioned the Falcons, and I wouldn't have mentioned them until I saw the game last night. But I want everything about the Falcons. I'm going to hang up and listen, bud.
Yeah, I would say this. The way that the Patriots have handled the run, I think Bijan Robinson is probably a top 5 talent in the league. I really mean that. I think his ability, he's a top 5 player in the league. He was amazing last night. The Patriots have yet to give up. I think Mike Reese had this today. They've yet to give up 50 yards to an individual running back. That will probably change that day. I do agree with that, but the way that they can stop the run with them in Algier, I mean, it's still Michael Penix. You can blitz him. He's not mobile. I think they're a formidable opponent, but they're not playing indoors. They got to go on the road. And I have the look-aheads. I'll give you the look-ahead line, but the Patriots were favored. Let's talk to Jim in the car. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Joe. Love the show. First-time caller. I know you're not trying to pump the brakes here, so I'm not trying to rain on the parade or anything. I just feel like we're kind of grossly underestimating, the reigning MVP and the team in Kansas City a little bit when we're talking about winning the AFC. You said it yourself. Like the East, I give it to you. It's open for us, and we can certainly win it. But it's a coin flip at best. And I just think, like, this team, you've been talking about it for weeks. Like, they in franchise history have never won 3 consecutive games on the road.
In the regular season. They did
in the regular season,
They did in 1985, yeah.
Right, in the playoffs. But, I mean, if we're in a situation where we're going in as a wild card team, do you really see this team going into
Doesn't matter.
Buffalo?
No.
Going into
Jim, they have Drake May. They've already achieved for this season, right? Like
of course.
My whole idea was be desirable so you can get free agents. Like I think people are going to want to play with Drake May, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. Like they've already won. They already won that they have the right guy. So now it's like, all right, everything else is gravy here. It's like the Red Sox. It's like getting into the playoffs, right? You just got to get in, and then you never know what could happen. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it at this. I think they can win the AFC East, and I think they have every chance to win the AFC, at least be the top seed. I shouldn't say win and go to the Super Bowl. I'm saying it as being the number 1 seed.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think under the assumption that they win the East, then that's fair. I just think as a wild card team, it'd be a bit tougher. And
it'd be a hey, if they make the playoffs as a wild card team, success.
But you're absolutely right. They've become a free agent destination with May and Vrabel, and I think the season's already become a win. So
boom, 6 wins in, and it's a successful season. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's true though. I'm not typically like this, but I think they can win the AFC East. I think it's wide open for them. Phil is in Plymouth. Hey, Phil.
Hey, Joseph. Hey, isn't this fun? I mean, what we've been through the last 4 or 5 years, this is fun. Just talking about this stuff.
It's very fun, Phil. And for me, dude, I was down on him. I thought, all right, well, I don't love Vrabel. I hate McDaniels. Like Drake's not the guy. So I've been proven. You ever get like smacked in the face and you just wake up? That's what I'm happy. No, you know what I mean? I'm like happy they smacked me in the face. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Hey, my question to you is, look, they're doing well on offense right now. The wide receivers are coming around. But on defense, Cincinnati's not going to sign Trey Hendrickson. They signed him to a one-year deal. They're not going to go after him next year. Get him in here. He would be a game changer.
Yeah, I just don't think these rookie running backs work in this system, Phil, and thanks for the call. I don't know, maybe towards the end of the year he'll ramp up, but I think we'll get a big play out of him at some point soon. Jack's in Newton. Hey, Jack.
Hi, Joe. Yeah, you kind of just talked about it. I'm very excited about this team, and I think winning the AFC East is certainly possible, but the one thing that makes me pump the brakes is the run game. I think their run blocking is the bottom third in the league. Antonio Gibson's out for the season. Ramondre has some issues with holding on to the ball, and Henderson hasn't really given us much yet. So what are your thoughts on that? And also, it's weird for me to say this as a Pats fan, but I've been really enjoying watching the Giants play. Do you think the Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo experiment is going to continue successfully, or do you think it's just like a flash in the pan right now?
I love the duo, though, right? Like, the people who bring the spark are the rookie quarterback and the big-time running back. Like, that's game-changing, right? Like, so I agree with you. You know what it is you're getting these quarterbacks that played at high tempo, big schools that can actually do this at the next level. That's what I think's great about them. Just looking at the quarterback class from a year ago. Oh, some guy did ask me about a remote. It completely went over my head. I don't know. I don't know when I'm doing a remote. Maybe Sylvan Street Grill when the Bruins start out. But just look at last year's draft class. Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy. Can I throw Spencer Rattler in there? Is that okay for everybody to do that? Like, if you look at the draft class, I think at the time, people did think that maybe May had that type of ceiling. It wasn't Nix. Daniels probably could play right away. The highest ceiling was Caleb Williams, I think. Because I think people knew what Penix... I mean, Penix was a good passer, but I don't think they knew that he'd sit for a while and then now become the starter. But when you look at that class and you look at the rest of these second-year quarterbacks, Drake May, number 1 in completion percentage, number 1 in TD passes, number 1 in yards per play, yards per game, explosive plays, passer rating, success rate, EPA, TD runs. He's literally the best quarterback of everyone in the 2024 draft as of right now. I mean, these are just numbers. I can't even make it up. They're facts. Legit facts. I can't even make it up. Lifshatz is here.
What's up?
I know you're going to take an L at some point.
You got to relax.
I already take it.
I was listening on the way in. Dude, you got to calm down. Like, what? You beat the Saints, and Spencer Rattler took a dump on your face, and you're acting like the team is all this stuff. They're going to be the best team in the AFC. Joe, relax.
No, Dan.
Plus 165 to win the East? I'll book it. I'll book it myself.
Dan,
I'll book it myself.
I want you to know, though.
I'll book it myself.
I know you're listening.
Relax.
I know you're listening and being like, Joe, what is wrong with you?
Dude, it's not.
What is going on with you?
It's not that what's going on with you. It's, okay, they looked really good offensively. I'm going to say this. Drake May, I'm going to take an L. Fat L.
Hey, hang on. Sit on that one.
Okay.
But I just want you to know, though, for 6 weeks, I've been blad. Blah. Blah. Blah.
Okay, again, I'd like to know what else besides good is good on the team besides Drake.
No, you're right.
There is
You're
nothing No, Joe, nothing. They do not do anything well outside of Drake May and protecting the quarterback. That is it. Everyone talking about stopping the run, they're still in the bottom 15 of EPA per rush. Success rate, 18th. They don't do anything well. You guys need to relax.
No,
They beat the Saints, and they beat them by a touchdown.
And they beat the Dolphins.
And by the way, they beat the Dolphins because who?
He stepped out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Okay, can we look? Relax. Can we take it down a little bit?
I just want you to know.
A little bit. The whole station has been going nuts.
No.
Guys,
I want you to know
relax.
that this isn't like Joe Murray's take is. I'm still gonna. I'm Joe Murray's take talking in third person. I still agree with you on.
Chill.
I don't think Vrabel, although I think he's made an impact.
Dude, Vrabel.
The defense still has some issues.
The defense is horrendously bad.
Like,
they're bottom in almost everything outside of stopping the run, and the only thing they're good at right now, guys, is stopping the interior run. This zone outside run, they're 29th in the league in yards per play.
All right, hold on.
Just relax.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm doing this because the listeners love it, Dan.
Look,
they love it, but looking at that schedule, I agree with you, Dan. I'm on your side.
Skaz is right.
That schedule is too easy.
No, it's not. Baltimore is going to kill you.
I hope they do.
They're going to kill us. We can't stop the outside run. What does Baltimore do better than almost any other team in the league, Joe?
Well, they need
outside.
Lamar
What did Atlanta do to Buffalo last night?
They
outside zone run with Bijan Robinson.
And nobody could stop them.
Okay, why do you think that's all of a sudden going to change if you can't stop that now?
Well,
you struggled against Alvin Kamara on the outside run.
You're just going to beat the easy teams, and you're going to go to the playoffs.
Sure, but you're saying they're going to beat the easy teams. Not everyone on that schedule is going to be as banged up as they are now. That the New England Patriots right now, in terms of health rating, do you know where they are in terms of injury? Games missed to injury. Anyone know? Anyone?
I didn't look.
They're number one in the NFL.
Wow.
They have not had a single offensive lineman miss a game.
That's true.
That's not true. They had one. Excuse me. Jared Wilson missed one game. Sorry. But Ben Brown had a better game than Jared Wilson has had all year in that game. They have not had a single wide receiver miss a game. They have not had anyone except for Christian Gonzalez, who was out prior to the season. Big injury. I agree. He is the only player to have missed any time for this team.
I just think it's hard for me to come in here for the 6th straight week after the 3 preseason games and the entire preseason when I hated Vrabel's hire. I hate Josh McDaniels.
Josh
I hate
McDaniels
all those
has still
things.
not been good. Josh McDaniels calling a draw on 3rd and 7.
I have all the numbers.
Almost lost them the game.
Dan,
I mean, again.
They had 23 first downs. Do you know how many times they ran the ball on those first downs?
Twice, right?
13. On first down, they ran a draw. They ran a dive up the middle.
They ran 4 draws on 3rd down. It's the same thing. What do you think is going to happen? Joe, what happened with Mac Jones?
Well, no, I did.
What happened with Mac Jones?
I would like to let you know that I feel the same way you do.
They burned out when they started facing good opponents at the end of the year.
I just don't think they're going to.
Joe, they face... Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it on the other side.
Let's go through the schedule because let's do it. Everyone's got to relax.
Listen to me. I don't feel this way.
I
know you're saying, Joe, like you're saying it. I don't feel. I think they will have a hiccup. No. I think the schedule's
You're
so
talking
easy.
about them winning the AFC. They have absolutely 0%.
Not going to the Super Bowl.
I will book your bet. Anyone who wants to bet it, I will book your bet on the AFC. Anyone want to bet it?
No.
Anyone in the room want to bet? I'll book it.
Let me just be clear. When I say win the AFC, I mean the number 1 seed.
They're not winning the number 1 seed. They have no path to that.
All right. Well, let's break.
This is getting ridiculous. This is where
we have a show to do today.
That's
the
fine.
show today is they're the best team of all time. Drake May's going to be the MVP. Mike Vrabel's the greatest. This is what doing radio every day is.
Holy moly!
I know.
It's the Joe Murray overreaction show. Overreaction Tuesday.
You're dead. I do this every night.
I know.
I don't think I can take the blah anymore. I think I'm beaten down.
Look, can we just say they're a really good team, but maybe they're not as.
I don't think they're good. I think they're just beating bad football, and the whole league sucks.
But eventually you're gonna have injuries, and eventually you're gonna have to deal with some stuff later in the season. You've had basically no issues so far outside of the Gonzalez thing. He missed 3 games, and you went 1-2 in those games.
I got you.
Okay, so
we got a break.
They've had no issues.
All right, this hour of the sports is brought to you by Comcast. With a reliable connectivity and enhanced cybersecurity, Comcast Business helps turn ballparks and football stadiums into connected, secure, modern businesses. I'm Joe Murray, and Lifshatz is going to cook next.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Fall is more than just pumpkin flavors at Honeydew, like our all-new cinnamon.
studios. Let me just be correct. Plus 165, you're out.
Dude, what? How about this? Before we get into that, what do you think the Patriots' chances are winning division? Without knowing the math.
Well, it's 49.9%.
Okay. What do you think it is? What do you forget about the what do you think their odds are?
I'm being a little bit more reasonable, but I think if they have so how many games have they played? 6. They have 11 more games?
They're 7. They're 7, right? No, they played 6. They're 4-2.
I think they can at least go 6-5 the rest of the way.
Okay, so you think they're going 10 and 5?
Yep. And I have under 8.5 as a bet.
Okay, so 10 and 7 is what you have them as a minimum.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now.
So,
and I think it's 10.5 at DraftKings. I saw today. The
win total? I think it's 10.5.
All right, so I'm on 10.
Yeah. Okay. So
is that reasonable at least?
Okay, I'm a little bit lower, but close. Fair enough. Okay, so you have them 10.5. Again, what do you think the Bills are? What do you think? I'm asking you what you think the odds to win the division are. Joe Murray's odds.
All right,
forget about the
regular odds are
Joe
50.1. I think they got some defensive issues, Dan. I think they could go 6-5.
Okay,
they're probably better off. They're probably like 7. They're probably 7-4 rest of the way, maybe even 8-3.
So I make about 30% to win the division.
The Bills?
No.
Oh, you mean the Pats? Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, which is like what 230. I'm looking at. I'm looking because I don't know how to do it right now.
And you saw their schedule, right?
Yep.
I mean,
yep.
The Bills schedule.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I did. Yep. So again, let's start off with number one. Okay, let's start off with Drake May because I gotta take L's. This one I gotta take an L on. When Drake May came out of college, everyone saw the potential and what he could be or whatever. Everyone saw the same thing with Caleb Williams. Everyone saw the same thing with Jane Daniels, J.J. McCarthy, etc. Drake May had horrendously bad footwork. He couldn't hit reads down the field. He had massive turnover-worthy play rates. He had pretty good weapons in the ACC. I didn't think he could translate it because, again, we see every year we see quarterbacks high ceiling, never convert. Look at what Caleb Williams was last night. Caleb Williams sucked last night. They won the game because Jane Daniels turned the ball over 3 times. That's why they won the game. Caleb Williams took away from the win. He sucked. Okay? That's kind of what I thought that Drake May would be. I kind of thought he'd be a guy who can hit the big play, be super inaccurate, never have good footwork, and I thought he'd be what Caleb Williams is right now. I was wrong. Drake May is a top 5 quarterback, close to a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. He's playing top 10 quarterback-wise right now in the NFL. A lot of people aren't even giving him credit for this. Joe, the way that he stepped up, remember that? I think it was a 3rd down. Big play in the game. Saints are coming from the right side. I think Moses got absolutely beat. I think Campbell got beat too on the play. He steps up and turns his shoulder, squares them, and makes a perfect dime throw down the field. That's the best throw I've ever seen him make. I mean, he made a similar throw last week where he's getting dragged down and the Bills defender. He made the toss out. He's not Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a very different player. I think everyone talks about the creativity and the off-platform stuff. He's not Josh Allen. He's his own guy. He's Drake May. He's different. He's special. And I don't know if he'll ever be Josh Allen MVP every single year, but he is going to be better than Justin Herbert, which is kind of where I thought his ceiling would be. He's going to be special in the NFL. Is he going to be an MVP every year? Is it going to be Patrick Mahomes? I'm not sure. But he's damn good. And he's way better than I thought. And the fact that he's making this leap this year in this offense, which is awful. And I mean, the offense sucks, guys. I'm sorry. They can't run the football. They're basically running Travion Henderson inside every single time. There's no outside zone with them at all. They're not trying to do anything. They consistently use Ramondre Stevenson, who is, Ramondre Stevenson is a bad NFL back. He is a below average NFL running back.
He only runs to not, like when he just holds the ball.
Because he's terrified of fumbling. So he's not explosive. He's not looking upfield. He's just trying not to fumble.
Yeah, there's no explosion, nothing.
Now,
he can help on the pass protection a little
Diggs looks worlds better than I think anyone could have imagined, right? Like, he coming off the ACL, 31 years old. He looked terrible last year.
Kayshon Bootie's a first down.
Booty has all of a sudden become a legitimate NFL wide receiver. Going into the year, you looked at the offense, you're like, this might be the worst offensive personnel grouping in the AFC. Now they look like they're legit. They have a potential number one, which is crazy because I thought Diggs was going to be mediocre, and the first couple weeks he couldn't do anything, no explosiveness at all, and all of a sudden he turned it on. Maybe they were protecting him, whatever. Booty's become legit. Tamario Douglas was really good last week. I mean, Hunter Henry is good. Yeah. You know, they're using Hooper the right way. The passing game is good. Now it's because of Drake May. Drake May is hitting them in stride. He's accurate. The turnaround from UNC and last year to what he's become, it's astonishing.
So my take is, I think they tried the McDaniels offense.
It's awful.
And
they're still doing it.
Well, they are. But what I'm saying is I think they tried to, like, do that short throw, 8 yards, you know.
The only game they haven't done was last week.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, though, is it opened up a little bit, maybe a game or two. Like Buffalo, they opened it up. I mean,
not really.
Well, no, I mean,
Drake May opened it. There was not a single
this is what I'm trying to tell you, Dan. Well, I guess okay, let me rephrase. I think they're getting out of the way. Like, Drake May right now is like, all right, you give me your play. I'm just going to look downfield a little bit more. I think and people want to credit Mike Vrabel. If anything about Mike Vrabel with Drake May, I think maybe he got out of the way, or he's just really hard on the offense, because they're always crediting the offensive, quarterbacks coach or somebody else like Ashby or Thomas Brown, right? It's never Josh McDaniels gets the credit. So there's still something there. Well, I just think Drake May is making everybody look good. Everybody.
Yeah, so I agree. I think it's possible that Josh has had a good part of his development. The problem is that in the game, he stunts their development.
Yes. Like when they throw the ball, you advance. When you run the ball, you don't.
The first 5 weeks of the season, his ADOT's like 6.5, 7. They're not throwing the ball down the field. I mean, look, you want a perfect example? Go rewatch the first half of Buffalo. I rewatched it last night. It's the worst. It's arguably the worst half I've ever seen Drake May play. He's jittery. He's not comfortable in the pocket. They're not protecting him super well. He isn't connecting on pretty much any passes. He's handed 3 points because of the turnover. They had one okay drive. That's it. It was a terrible half for him. Then he comes out. He basically stops doing what McDaniels wants to do. He basically starts rolling out to the right every play he can, off platform, down the field, dime, hitting guys in stride. He basically said, F you, Josh, and basically turned it into his own offense. That was the offense in Buffalo. And he was his best half I've ever seen him play, ever, in any game, ever. And then last week was better. He was better last week. I mean, that's the best game I've ever seen him play. I've watched every single college snap of his. He's had some really good college games. Nothing was good.
Yeah, he showed signs of that at college because, he did everything for him.
Yeah, well, I disagree with that.
I mean,
a lot of people agree.
Tez Johnson was good, right?
Tez Walker, sorry. Tez Walker was good.
But, I mean, he showed he had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Okay, but he had Omarion Hampton, right? Okay,
that is true.
So he had Omarion.
He has more talent at North Carolina than you could make the argument of somewhere here.
Okay, so I think that is kind of fair. I think it's a fair point. But I'm telling you right now, Joe, his last week is the best game I've ever seen him play. Ever. It's not close. And why? They let him throw down the field. Is he the best downfield thrower in the NFL? He might be.
I will say this. As far as watching the New England Patriots in my lifetime, Drew Bledsoe had a really strong arm. Drew Bledsoe would throw he couldn't drop it on a dime on the run like this.
No, dude, this is different.
And the only guy that it's funny because I know you had a point regarding the Jags and their schedule a couple of years ago, but the only guy that I ever saw maybe get this close at a young age was Herbert. Like when Herbert was drafted, people always knew he was good. There was still that question mark because of the Oregon offense and all that. He early on, he really had it, right?
I mean, Mahomes is.
Oh, well, second year though. You know,
Right,
well,
this is his second year.
I guess we could do that.
Right. So this is his second year.
I would just say that as far, Mahomes had a ridiculous ability.
Right.
I mean,
Well, okay. Mahomes is better. I don't want to. I don't want to make.
I guess the only guy I could, if we're doing comps, it was Herbert's rise at first.
Okay. Do you want to know? Do you want to know the comp that I think is good? Peyton Manning. I'm not saying he's going to be Peyton Manning and either be the greatest of all time and then lose a whole bunch. I'm not saying that. I'm merely saying the jump.
Do you know my comp was Eli Manning?
That's not terrible.
They maybe body wise,
but I'm just saying like
number 10.
I'm just saying the
close.
jump.
Yeah.
Is
like from one to whatever.
Yeah. I can't. He's the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. He couldn't throw last year. Like, go back and watch him in training camp. He could throw the ball. Just no accuracy. The footwork was a disaster.
I think the line was worse.
The line was definitely worse. The line's gotten better.
But he also used to put his head down, which I hated.
Yeah.
And then he would just run.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to keep the play alive a little bit more and then throw the big.
Okay, I did hear you talk about the Josh Allen injury thing.
What's up with that? Is there anything there?
So I've heard that Drake has an injury too, to the leg, which is why you haven't seen him running as much, and he's been mobile but not
injury
as
to the leg,
as a dead leg. Not like a severe injury, but like
got hit in the leg and it's
bruise.
just
okay.
Not that he can't play. They're
no,
just
not like severe, but there's a reason he hasn't been running as much.
So he's staying in the pocket.
Well, maybe not staying in the pocket. Maybe he's not running downfield.
Yeah, because he had a 20-something
He's
yard.
rolling out wide, but did you see him take off in Buffalo? Not really. He's rolling. I think he hurt the leg a little bit. That's all. Nothing serious. The Allen injury is legit.
Okay, so I heard
the
hand is what I heard.
Yeah,
okay, so I know. I don't think it's been reported.
It's not.
So we're just two guys on the air that are.
No. This is pretty well known.
Okay, so it's known.
People are openly talking about this. If you
on Bill's radio, they're wondering about his hand.
Yeah, there's also people openly talking about it on Twitter who are not part of Bill's radio. It's pretty out there.
I thought it was his hand. It looked like
his hand is hurt.
To me.
By the way, both hands. It's not. I think it's not just one. I think it's both hands potentially. I think he also hurt his left hand last night. By the way.
All right. And I got no sources. He's not playing well, and I thought I saw somewhere it was his hand.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Just real quick, do you want to bring up? So, I think at 4-2 right now. I gave you the schedule.
Yep.
They have winning teams: Buffalo and the Bucs. The rest of them are
okay. They have. You're wildly discounting Baltimore.
I am.
They're 1-5. They haven't had Lamar in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, whatever it is. Okay.
Yep.
So you want?
I don't want to discount them. I am.
Look at the schedule. Look at the Ravens schedule. You want to talk about the easiness of the Patriots schedule? They have the Bears, the worst team against the outside zone right now. Okay. They're going to kill them off the bye. That's going to be an absolute slaughterhouse game. I will be betting Baltimore in that game. I'm assuming the number is probably going to be significantly lower than market, and I'm gonna hammer Baltimore. Then they go to Miami. McDaniel probably gets fired then. Then they have Minnesota. That could be a difficult game.
They just to give you an update, Tankathon has them as the 26th easiest schedule. Well,
Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. After that, Cleveland. Home versus the Jets, home versus the Bengals, home versus the Steelers.
Bengals twice.
Then they have the Bengals again. There's a real chance that Baltimore wins 8 straight. I don't think they will, but they're favored in every single game moving forward, Joe. They're talking about the Ravens' demise, and I heard Derrick Henry. Okay, Bill Simmons, take your fist and shove it up your you-know-what.
Whoa.
To a second-round pick for Derrick Henry. What happened to Bill Simmons? Dude, what? A second-round pick for a 31-year-old or 32-year-old running back who has fumbling issues?
I saw that. Stevenson. Who he said that?
Yeah, Bill Simmons.
I saw that out there today.
The dumbest trade proposal I've ever seen. Stevenson in a second for
just for giggles. What would you get if it was
a 5th? Maybe
okay.
His contract
take
is
on his
massive.
Money too. Yeah,
he's like a 5th-round asset right now. He's slow plotting. They couldn't score 4 times from the 1 against the Ray. Just everyone needs to relax on that. But I know they sold off a few pieces. They're not selling. If Harbaugh sells, Joe, he gets canned. They're going for it, and they have a very easy schedule moving forward. Outside of the Bears, I'm not sure any of those teams will be over 500. And I know everyone's gonna say, "What about the Steelers?" The Steelers suck. That is a bad football team who is. Again, they beat the Patriots. That team is not good either. That's not a good football team at all. I'm sorry. It's the DK Metcalf show. They got nothing else on offense. They're bad, and they just beat Cleveland. They beat a divisional team in Cleveland. Great.
I think Rodgers will get worse as the season goes on.
He doesn't look good already, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't look good already. Like, he's already been.
Yeah, so all right. Let's put the Ravens in the tough game category.
So there you go. Cleveland, best defensive line in football.
They'll give them fits. They'll give them fits.
Okay,
but if Drake May's Drake May, he'll be the difference.
Sure, but best defensive line in football. Where does Drake May struggle?
Yeah, Myles Garrett was really good last
under
week.
pressure.
Yep.
Under pressure is where Drake May struggles. So that's my concern. Atlanta's going to beat you. No, I will.
Even
I will
going
bet
on the
Atlanta
road,
in that game. Bijan Robinson is going to kill this team. They can't stop running backs out of the pass game. They struggle with that against Carolina, Joe. They couldn't stop tight ends or running backs. New Orleans doesn't really have a tight end to utilize in this situation.
Yeah, the one
Foster
that did, he
Moreau
fumbled.
stinks, and Taysom Hill really is not a tight end that you can utilize there. Okay, Kamara was pretty good. Even Kendrick Miller had some good runs against you. Like that's a bad game for you.
So Dan, normally I would be with you saying, "Oh, everyone's getting ahead of themselves. The schedule's much harder than it looks on by Tankathon."
It is.
I
It
fully, I'm like on your side on that one.
Yep.
It's just hard for me not to think that the way Drake May is playing right now, the line, the defensive line, all that is real.
Okay, but
all that's real.
But let's keep going. Okay, at Tampa, number one offense. They're gonna slaughter the Patriots. Cannot cover anyone right now. Again, they made Spencer Rattler.
They're gonna get healthier too. The Bucs.
They'll have Mike Evans back by then. Chris Godwin will be back by then. Ed Booga will be back by then. They'll have Bucky Irving back by then. Tristan Wirfs will be back by. I mean, that's not a game they're winning.
And they won against the 49ers
and it's in Tampa.
last
Okay,
week,
so I have them going 1-2 there minimum.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So that would be what, 5 and 4.
Okay, off Tampa, they're home versus New York on a short week. What do I always say?
Short week.
Divisional games are different.
Yep. I give them the Jets, dude. Come on.
Sure. Okay, fine. At Cincinnati, November 23rd, Joe Burrow is expected to be back by then. There you go.
And if they have Chase and Higgins in there.
That's over 8 weeks from now. That's 9 weeks from now. Burrow will be back by then.
And if Pittsburgh takes a step back.
In Cincinnati.
And Baltimore is.
Okay.
Okay.
The Giants. Very different team than
they
the record.
Stop Scatterbo.
Scatterbo looks
Rookie
good.
Quarterback, though.
Dart looks good. I know they don't have neighbors. They're still throwing the ball downfield. Wan'Dale Robinson looks good. What else do the Giants have? The second best defensive line in the NFL.
Yep. Abdul
Pass
Carter.
rush up the middle. Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence.
Yep.
Okay. Then you have a bye. Then you're home versus Buffalo.
You got
revenge game. Buffalo's gonna. Okay, I like Buffalo in that situation. I'm just saying, off the bye, I would tell you Buffalo's a good situation there. Then you have to go to Baltimore. Joe, the schedule is a lot harder than you're giving it credit to. Tankathon, it's stupid, and the people who utilize that are the people who donate their money to FanDuel DraftKings.
That's
every
true.
year. That's going to be my position on this.
May I just bring up the look-ahead
Then,
lines?
hold on.
Okay.
Then you're at New York the week afterwards.
Yep. They're 1.5-point favorites as of right now.
Okay. Joe, they're not good. This is a much tougher schedule than people are giving it credit for. They're facing good teams down the stretch here.
I felt this
and divisional opponents.
I felt this way at the beginning of the year.
And I'm not telling you they're not going to win 10 games or not going to be in the playoffs. I'm telling you, pump the brakes. That's all. They're not winning the AFC. They're not going to be the number one seed, and they're not going to look like this the rest of the season. They're going to have some injuries. They're going to face some adversity. It's going to happen. And by the way, your offensive coordinator, Greg Bedard, is a moron. He is considerably terrible week in and week out, calling third down draws over and over. I know everyone loves to protect
How
the
about the
offensive
first
coordinator.
down dive?
Okay, just
you're okay with the first down dive?
I mean, seriously.
Because in the 10 plays they didn't run that, they completed it. First down.
Did anyone watch Travion Henderson where his runs were? Up the middle, up the middle, up the middle, up the... Travion Henderson is a guy used in outside zone. So where should the Patriots use him? Josh McDaniels likes to move him up the middle. Good job, Josh. Really, really smart offensive game planning there. You know what, Joe? You and I could think of the same offensive game plan. You dumb effing idiot. Ooh. What are you thinking about, Josh? You use the one guy who is the most explosive player on your offense, and you use him up the middle. I mean, dude, why draft him? Just draft Quinshon Judkins and just run up the middle.
I mentioned Scadaboo was in the 4th round.
Yeah, just draft Cam Scadaboo. Let him just bang his head against the defensive lineman over and over again. It's insane. It's insane.
Dan, you have people thinking they're going 5 as well the rest of the way.
Okay, that's not true either. They're not doing that.
I was busting balls.
Okay, I'm just saying the schedule is a little bit harder than what the Tankathon
is crap.
projecting.
I got you.
Stop. They have Baltimore as an easy opponent, guys. They're utilizing Baltimore as one of the worst teams in the NFL. Cincinnati is going to have Joe Burrow back by then. The New York defensive line, the Cleveland defensive line are elite. Okay? You have a secondary that can't cover against Rashid Shaheed and freaking Spencer Rattler. Chris Olave is catching everything in sight. I mean, God, look, I'm not saying I'm not wrong, because I think there's a real chance they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be a 10-win team. Can we just pump the brakes? Just a little bit. Just a little. I'm not saying they're bad. Just saying, calm the F down. They haven't had any injuries this year, and I mean none. Christian Gonzalez, I think they've had Hawkins miss the game, right? And they had one offensive lineman. Guys, that's not sustainable. They're the healthiest team in the NFL. It's not sustainable, and it's not going to stay that way. I'm sorry. It's just not. Like, it's the same thing that happened with the Celtics a couple years ago, and everyone's like, oh, the Celtics never miss games. And all of a sudden, every single player missed the game, and they're like, what happened? I don't understand. And it's like, well, the Celtics, they had injuries because you guys were talking so much smack about how healthy they are, and then they missed like 50 games, and they became the 3rd seed. That's what happens. Teams get beat up, and they have some issues. They're just take a look at what they do outside of passing the football. They stop the run okay. They're okay, interior stopping the run, especially with Milton Williams and Barmore. They don't do anything else well. I mean nothing. Special teams, I guess, but man, I don't know what they're talking about.
I agree with you on that.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Dan, for 20 years, people told us that it was all because of Brady. And now I'm going to tell you it's all because of May. I don't think everything else is great.
Dude, they're not a good football team. It's the Drake May show. And by the way, someone said last week, what about Drake May 35-1 for MVP? I said, that's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, it might not be ridiculous because he is the team. It's him and Vrabel. The offense coordinator is brain dead. I don't know what else to put. It took him 6 games to figure out best utilization was to throw the ball down the field.
We got to go to break, but you know what? I feel like now we should make a bet.
Okay.
If the Patriots win the AFC East, you buy me a tomahawk.
Okay, done.
If the Patriots don't win the AFC East, I'll buy you a tomahawk.
Okay, I love that.
How about that?
Dinner date.
That's a good sketch. You want to join us? All right.
There we go. Bring the interns.
Yes.
Bring the interns.
That was a lot there. Whew. No, you're right. Everything's awesome. Everybody thinks it's so great.
Look,
there's no issues here.
Just chill. That's all. Just chill. That's all I'm saying.
I think I was beaten down, though.
I get it. But by the way, it's not just you. It's the whole station. The whole station is like, they're amazing. They're elite. Like, dude, they don't really do anything.
I do think it is a little hard, though, like, when they were so bad, and this is just radio talk, but when they're so bad for so long,
right?
It's kind of hard to come in here and be like, well, their running game's really not good.
But they don't do anything really well. They don't, outside of throwing the ball, which is Drake, they kind of struggle. Like, they're a good interior run stopping team, but they don't do anything else very well. Like, they just don't.
Well, I keep asking, what's their best position on the offense?
And again, like the Buffalo win, it took a hit last night.
Oh, big time.
Okay.
And they still lost to the Raiders.
And they almost lost to Miami.
All right, we got to go to break. Okay. We went long there. Dan, I want your picks for the next Penn State head coach.
Okay, I like this one.
We'll do that next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Only take a couple calls, Dan, then I want to get your thoughts on...
A lot of anger. The people do not like the fact that I'm telling people just to chill a little bit, which is fair because I was screaming, so I understand the irony, I guess.
Anthony's on the line. Anthony!
Hey, guys. How's it going?
What's up, Anthony?
So, I got a question for you. Do you think the success of the Patriots this year should be more so credited to Mike Vrabel and or Drake May? And do you think they'll lead the Patriots to a dynasty ever?
Ooh. Drake May is my answer.
I'd say it's a combination of both. More Drake May, but like again, the Vrabel challenge at the end of the game last week. There's maybe 3-4 head coaches that make that challenge in the NFL.
Gerard Mayo wouldn't have had the challenge.
Gerard Mayo wouldn't have known what to do. Gerard Mayo would have been like, you would have. There's like 3 or 4 head coaches in the NFL make that challenge. Mike Vrabel, in my opinion, was a major part of winning that game at the end of the game. Now, defensively, I think his defense has been pretty bad this year. To be perfectly transparent, and he's a big part of that defense. I mean,
they
his
gave
defense has been brutal.
300 yards to quarterbacks almost every game. What they do to Rattler last week, right?
Geno Smith had 400 yards. Look how bad Geno Smith looks right now, and look what he did to you, right? So again, just putting things in perspective, I think Vrabel has definitely struggled and still struggles with the defense. But in terms of getting the team ready for games, in terms of the team coming together, in terms of controlling players like Stephon Diggs, who really has not been any sort of an issue outside of, the off-field stuff in the offseason. Outside of, during the season, he's been great. I've nothing bad at all to say about Stephon Diggs from what he's done. Like, he hasn't been an issue. He hasn't been a disruption. If anything, he's been a leader. I think you got to credit a good portion of that to Mike Vrabel, right? Like, I think he's gotten the team prepared. So, definitely more Drake May, but I think that Mike Vrabel deserves a share of the credit. A good share of the credit. I think that Mike Vrabel's done a really, really good job.
Yeah, I think there's no more questions about who the coach should be.
Yeah, despite the fact that the defensive unit kind of sucks, but and it's definitely a problem. And I'm not going to let him off the hook for that. But the other side of the coin is he has really brought the team together. I think winning is a big part of that, but also just treating everyone the same way. I think that's really important as well.
All right, we're going to get Dan's thoughts on the next Penn State coach, but Kyle's in New Hampshire. Kyle.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
What's up?
Good.
So I really like and respect both of you. I don't always like your takes, but I respect both of you. But I get a bone to pick with Dan. With May and Diggs and Henry and Booty and even friggin' hungry Stevenson, how on earth are you going to call Henderson our most explosive player?
He is. Did you watch him in college?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so what was
I've also watched him in the NFL.
Right,
and it's easy in the preseason when you're going against practice string guys, but when you're going against first-round picks, it's not always that easy. I agree with you that he's going to be a successful player, but how are you going to call him our most explosive player right now?
Well, who is? All right, if you take him out, who is Dan? Let's take Henderson out. Who's their most expensive?
They don't really have a lot of explosive guys. I mean, no, it's not Diggs. It's probably Booty. Maybe you can make the argument
Pop
is Pop. Like that's where you're kind of going.
No, I don't disagree that Henderson could be, if it's not their most, one of their best explosive players.
I don't even think it's very close. I think he is their most explosive player. Now, has he shown it? No, but we just kind of talked about the fact that they utilized him. Go look at his chart last week. I retweeted it on Twitter right now.
Yeah, I gotta hear
it. It is up the middle, up the middle, up the middle, up the. They have nothing outside zone.
You know the hash marks. Everything is in between the hash marks.
Every single run is so I don't know how you want guys to be explosive when you're just running them up the middle. Your most explosive running plays, usually don't come from between the tackles. They usually come from outside zone. Like a good example is using, go look at what Bijan Robinson did. Atlanta's using him in motion to get him outside zone. Atlanta's getting passing the ball to get him outside zone. That's what they're utilizing, and that's why they were so successful utilizing him against Buffalo last night. A lot of that outside zone. When you don't use Travion Henderson in outside zone, which is where he was most successful in Ohio State, it doesn't really make sense to utilize him as Stevenson. If you run the ball up the middle, that's a Stevenson thing, right? That's where the big bruising guy, and maybe he doesn't have breakaway speed, but that's kind of where you want to utilize most of those backs. Obviously, you don't want to use Henderson every single time and be predictable, but you want to get him outside. He didn't have a single run outside. He's had like 4 or 5 runs outside all year. They're just not utilizing him correctly. So he can still be your most explosive player, and they're still not utilizing him correctly. I mean, the other argument to make is Marcus Jones is their most explosive player.
Oh, yeah,
they're not utilizing him on offense.
To me,
either.
he's been one of their best players overall.
Me
this
too.
year.
Yeah. So Hunter Henry is not explosive. They're utilizing him in good areas, and he's really good against zone coverage this year. But Hunter Henry is not someone you want to quantify as explosive. That's not how that works.
All right, Dan. Penn State.
Sure.
They need a new coach.
Yeah, I mean, the most obvious answer is probably the most likely answer here. It's probably Matt Rule.
But I don't like it.
Why? So tell me. So I think a lot of college football fans don't like it, and I guess my answer
I don't like
is
it.
Why?
He was so good at Baylor, and he deserved the credit.
Okay.
He was really good at Baylor.
Yep.
So good that he got the head coaching job in Carolina. But
right, so
the ownership situation, though, is the issue there.
Well, again, I think you can make an argument that maybe he made the jump too quick.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
But
enough.
Nebraska, he got Dylan Raiola.
Who sucks.
But
Dylan. No, let's not confuse ourselves. Dylan Raiola is not a good.
They were good recruits.
But he got a good recruit in Dylan Raiola, and Dylan Raiola looks more like Nico Iamaleava than he does
cool.
Okay, JKS.
I agree with you. I'm just trying to say, I think he's getting too much credit for the rebuild at Nebraska.
But he's turned Nebraska from a laughing stock to a decent Big Ten.
Very, very true.
So
my thing is, I feel Penn State needs to get over the hurdle. So Matt Rule doesn't pop in my head as hurdle jumping. Signetti does, but why is he going to leave Indiana?
Why would Signetti?
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, all right, so if you thought of names that were hurdle jumper, I'm talking guys that put you over the top. Rule doesn't excite me like that. Do I think he could be fine? I do.
So who's the guy that you think of?
So I thought the guy from South Florida,
Galesh,
should get a Power 5 job, whatever, but I don't know if it's Penn State.
But Galesh his best year is this year.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he puts them over the top.
And they got clobbered by Miami.
I know. I'm just telling you guys that are on the rise. I do think that Eli Drinkwitz should be another guy at Missouri. I'm just telling you guys that
he's a horrible head coach.
Okay. Skaz, you have a name. I know you have a name. Who is it? Because we gave a lot last night.
We gave a lot last night. One we didn't mention last night that I've seen floated today, and I don't think he's the guy because of the way he went out at his previous job. What about a guy like Pat Fitzgerald?
But Fitzgerald is a lower tier version of Matt Rule. He's a program builder.
I would agree with that.
He's not a guy who puts you over the top.
He's going to get a job.
Yeah,
he'll get a job.
He's like a good fit like a UCLA, right?
The guy
rebuild that program. He's a really good fit.
The guy that I think could do it, Dan, and it might be lateral, is Mike Elko. I like what's happening at Texas A&M.
0.0% chance he take that job. That's a massive SEC job.
That's my point. I'm trying to think of names.
Elko is also, again, remember, Elko was the defensive coordinator there.
Yep.
He took that program. Do you know what Elko's buyout is? It's like $85 million. So Penn State's going to pay $50 million, then $85, then pay Elko. That's unrealistic. So this is kind of the problem is there are no head coaches in college football right now that make a lot of logistical sense. And I think a lot of people forget Matt Rule also did this at Temple. He built the Temple program.
he did.
Then jumped to Baylor.
Yeah.
Built the Baylor program.
He's no doubt
jumped to Nebraska.
And he's good with the NIL.
And he's starting to build the program there. He has NFL experience. He has connects to the athletic director.
He played at Penn State.
It doesn't make a lot of sense for them to go outside that. He's a good fit.
So besides him, there's no one else you think?
Well, I think the other guy that
do you think Urban Meyer gets a call?
No.
Okay. Because I don't know if he can recruit with the NIL.
If they do, or if it's Urban Meyer, I think that's a disaster. I mean, we're talking Bill Belichick territory.
And listen, I even mentioned Dabo, but Dabo's not good with the NIL.
So
like these big names might not be the right choice.
Now I'd say this: why would Dabo leave Clemson, a job he might get fired from, to jump to Penn State, a job he probably gets easily fired from as even less of a leash? So that makes no sense either. Signetti makes no sense because he's just turned his program.
Yeah, Indiana's they might be the best team. They could arguably.
Yeah. I mean, again, my argument on the podcast last week was, and I bet Indiana money line, I bet everything. I loved Indiana. Is everyone's looking at Indiana like the same team as last year. They're better. Mendoza's a massive upgrade on what they had last year. The team is better. Defensively, they are nasty. They are physical. He's a program builder. Why would he not wait for a job like Clemson or Georgia or, one of those major positions to take that next jump, Joe? I think that would be a better position. I don't think Penn State is that program. I think Rule is probably your most likely outcome. I think that is.
How about Josh McDaniels? Wow, I thought you guys would laugh.
I mean.
No, take him.
Honestly, I wouldn't hate that for him. I don't think he'd do it.
I don't think he can do the NIL.
Well, I don't
Imagine
know.
him negotiating.
I just don't know. I don't know what he could do.
I think he could run an offense in college.
I think Josh should be a really good offensive coordinator in college football. But again,
what about Matt Patricia?
Well, I was going to say let's take a look at the Patriots coaches who've gone to college football, right?
Bill O'Brien did very well.
No, he hasn't.
No, at Penn State.
Yeah, sure. And then he's okay. How's BC? BC looks like the worst program.
How is BC, Dan?
They are the worst program in the ACC.
They play UConn this week. Do we know the line on that one?
I know it's BC -2.
Oh my God, could Jim Mora come back? Could he make a jump
to Penn State? No. Again, my guy the guy that no one's really talking about is Brett Key. Why is no one talking about Brett Key? He has taken Georgia Tech. He has built them into a foundational part of the ACC. He has an elite quarterback. His scheme is sound both on the offensive side and the defensive side. And Georgia Tech is not a big program. That's a very easy jump to make. So to me, if you're looking for another name and you say, well, I don't want Rule, that's the guy I'm calling. The problem is he's not going to leave in the middle of the season.
What about John Gruden? He's on that list on odds.
Gruden would be, again, Belichick territory.
Yeah.
I think that's an abject disaster waiting to happen.
Oh, Dan, we have to celebrate something. Trent Dilfer got fired.
Yeah.
I hated that guy so much.
He did. I mean, he's been just terrible. And the sticking with Kitna as quarterback is just an absolute joke. He deserved it. He deserved it. There's a lot of people who believe that the big reason he wasn't successful there was because he went out and dared all the other coaches to take his guys from the portal, and then they did it, and he was like, "I dare you! I'll take notes about it." And they didn't. He didn't do anything about it because what is he going to do?
Would Nick Saban ever come back? I know he left
Penn State.
He left because of the NIL. If
Saban came back, I believe that he could do it. I just don't think I think you'd probably need Brian Kelly to get fired and him go to LSU. I don't think he'd take Penn State. Penn State, again, I think people think Penn State is this massive program.
But it's the Big Ten.
They have tradition.
They make so much money, the conference, though.
Right, but remember, they now have Oregon and Ohio State.
And where's USC now? Are they?
Big Ten. But again, Oregon, Ohio State those are the two best teams in the Big Ten, year in and year out. You got Lanning, you got Day. Those guys aren't going anywhere, and they just reset every year. They have massive amounts of money. You're just asking for someone to come in and do something that is just very difficult to do. And I guess you could even include Michigan. I think Michigan is like the little brother, but like still, I think Michigan's a better program than Penn State is right now.
Do you think they ever get another coach?
I've heard that is a real possibility this year, that he might be out in the next couple weeks if things don't turn around quickly. They look terrible. USC just obliterated
They banked
them.
on a young quarterback.
I mean, Underwood has some potential, but again, it's no different than expecting a lot from Dylan Raiola. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these kids who are 5-star recruits, like, I don't think people understand how the recruiting system works. Arch Manning was a 5-star recruit. Arch Manning is playing like a mid-tier Power 4 quarterback. He's playing like an ACC quarterback. Like, it's just the recruiting rankings are pretty bad. They're pretty bad. And that's why Cignetti doesn't have any 5 stars on his team, right? And he always says, I want guys who try hard, play hard, want to be the best. And that's why Cignetti's had success everywhere he's gone, because it's a very different type of program, Joe. And so I don't know. I'm of the opinion that this is kind of an issue, at least in my opinion. That's all. That's my opinion. I would be very careful about people expecting too much, but I do think the most logical and likely outcome is
Matt Rule. All right, in 2 minutes or less, that's 120 seconds.
Okay.
The look-ahead line on the Patriots was 1.5 versus Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's now what, 6.5, 7?
7.5. Yeah, 7.
That's a 6-point difference, Dan, from the opener. Can you explain why you would be hesitant to bet that? And like, this is the third leg of 3 consecutive weeks, and the fired coach angle is very good.
Yeah, it is. So obviously, team didn't like Callahan. It was pretty obvious. The offense was a disaster. He's the worst coach against the spread, I think, in NFL history.
I saw that.
It was bad. There was nothing that happened.
He even gave up his offensive play call duties like 2 weeks ago because he's like, I got nothing.
He just tried. He was doing anything he could to save his job, and he just knew. And again, they went in. They won that game, and it was
luck.
It was a fluke game. There was no. They got lucky in Arizona. It was pure fluke, and they just got decimated. So they brought in Mike McCoy, who the problem is, Joe, I like the angle until they brought in Mike McCoy, because Mike McCoy is.
I'm not making the case for it. It's just
he's really bad.
But to your point, Patriots have won two big games in a row.
Yeah.
Titans fired their coach. They suck.
So I think
rookie quarterback.
One of the big angles that really isn't being talked about is the Vrabel returning there, the emotional angle. A lot of guys get too overly emotional in these situations. Sometimes make emotional decisions instead of right decisions. I think that's entirely possible, Joe. I'm not sitting here and tell you that that's not the case. I could only have one side in the game. It could only be the Patriots for me, and I won't bet them on a back-to-back road situation with the coach coming off, a lot of travel there. I do think that, again, like, they are a little bit due for a stinker, but that's such a ridiculously terrible angle to go by. Like, you're just due. Like, it's not roulette. Like, you know what I mean? The Patriots have talent. They have a quarterback playing the elite level right now. I'm interested to see what the Titans look like with, this week against the Patriots defense. You'll know how good or bad the defense is. If Cam Ward can do things against the Patriots defense, I think you should be a little concerned. That would be my, hey, we are the Patriots defensively. I think it's a good game to kind of figure out where they are defensively. Hey, can the Titans move the ball? Can they put together multiple drives? Can Cam Ward do things? Because Cam Ward's looked like an abject disaster most of the time. I think that's kind of, this is the game where I think you take a look at it and say, where are the Patriots in terms of those things? Because, again, you made Spencer Rattler look really good last week. I think people are discounting that a little bit, is that Spencer Rattler looked really good. And the other part, that people really aren't talking about is the refs. Like, the refs were clearly on New Orleans last week for whatever reason.
I didn't even get to ask you about it, but for all the people who for years have gotten on us, because we watch all the games, Dan.
Yeah.
All of them.
Reffing is.
It's been worse. This whole weekend, I watched the Seattle game versus the Tigers in extra innings.
Yep.
Supposedly, that was the best ump in the league.
Yep.
He was horrible both ways.
Yep.
That Kirby Smart timeout. There was another game, right, this weekend that was really egregious?
The Georgia one you just talked about was,
a clear and obvious touchdown, at least in my opinion. I don't know what the hell they're looking at there. That was so bad. The Patriots game was terrible.
Yeah. Oh, the Goff one bothered me because, it was a shift. It was an illegal shift, but you can't review the play, but they didn't review it, but they still called it off?
Dude,
how the hell does that happen?
Patriots flags are like 20 minutes late on the call. The Stephon Diggs OPI is arguably the worst call I've ever seen in my life. The Goff shift was terrible. Technically, yes, it's a rule, but the NFL announced a couple years ago they weren't going to enforce it on trick plays pretty much, so it's like pick and choose. Kansas City got called for how many penalties on Sunday night, Joe? Do you know off the top of your head?
Nope.
0.
Oh, that's right.
0 penalties.
That's right. 0 penalties.
Okay. So, again, and by the way, I bet Kansas City, so I was all for it. But it's pretty obvious that reffing, and I'm just going to say this is my personal opinion, reffing is the worst it's ever been. And it's, by the way, the most corrupt it's ever been.
Do you know what I want you to ask the guys?
By far. It's not even close.
No, in the Boston Handicappers podcast. Network podcast.
We do have a show coming up in 10 minutes, by the way.
Just real quick.
I don't want to go against you, but yeah.
No, it's fine. It's okay. I want you guys to discuss a realistic punishment for officials. For example, if Bijan Robinson goes out for 3 touchdowns,
so what is it?
They'll drug test him, right?
So what is
is
that?
it looking at their finances? Is it their phones?
So if I'm the NFL, I'm not doing a damn thing because I want this. There are certain things I want.
Okay.
I want Kansas City to win games like that because I need Kansas City to be 3-3 into the playoff hunt. So there's nothing's ever going to happen. But if you're asking me if everything was on the level of what I wanted, suspensions, blackouts, FBI background checks, everything. I want digging into these guys. And if you don't believe that there's a lot of refs who are doing shady stuff, again, I just return you to Scott Foster, who is still ref in the NBA despite the fact that everyone knows
and he was
betting on the game.
He was taking phone calls.
Everyone knows.
They have they have the information.
So if you think the NBA does it, let me tell you, there's only one league that's worse at reffing than the NBA.
They have a lot of partners, right?
And they got a lot of betting partners. It's a lot. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you, if you think refs are on the level, you're living in La La Land. They're not.
He's Dan Lifshatz, everybody. He told everybody to chill and then literally did not come in chill.
I did not chill. No, I chilled out a little bit since then.
No, listen, Dad. It's been Radio Gaga tonight.
Look, I'm taking an L on Drake May. I'm taking an L on the Patriots. I'll just say this, because by the way, the game's back on over here, Joe. So I want you to rewatch this game. It's the Drake May show. Go look at the Sam Hoppen post EPA per team about what happened in a game, okay? Where did the team do well? Where did this happen? Where did that happen? What did the team do well? They have everything. They have passing EPA, rushing EPA, rushing pass defense, run defense. The Patriots, good things that they did in the game. Win probability, plus 53.9% passing. Minus 13.7% rushing, minus 20.6% pass defense, plus 0.9% run defense. The Saints stopped running the football. That's why that's positive. Plus 8.3% takeaways, minus 10.7% offensive penalties, minus 6.7% defensive penalties, 3.7% special teams, and plus 19.8% other. Do you know what other means?
No.
Things the other team did poorly.
Oh, bad football.
Bad football. So, the Patriots' best things were passing and takeaways and a little bit of special teams. Everything else was bad.
Well,
I'm just telling you, they're not as good as we're saying. It's the Drake May show, and that's it.
Agreed. Speaking of special teams, Liberty just took one to the house, kick return. So there you go.
They have 17-10 or 17-3?
10-3 right now.
10-3. I think they're driving too, so...
He's Dan Lifshatz. Everybody go check out his podcast, Boston Handicappers Network. Him, Chris Thurston, Julian Edlow.
Of DK Network.
Of the DK Network. Who sucks at what?
Everything.
I thought there was a line there I was supposed to go with, but anyways, we got to go, everybody. Thanks, Dan Lifshatz. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What's it going to be, McFly? Are you in or out?
us. Boston pride runs deep.
I'm a Bostonian!
This is Boston's home for sports.
Bow, bow, bow!
98.5, the Sports Hub.
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success in...
Like that, Joe Murray, are you in or out on the Celtics coaches stepping in and playing Celtics media?
In. It's good to be humbled. I feel as though you get lit up by the coaching staff, and then you ask the coach after the game, why'd you do this? And he goes, well, remember that time I stole it from you and you tried going left around me? It's a hard-o move.
Big time hard-o move.
If this was in another market, I might be like, hard-o.
Or another sport. Imagine if Vrabel's
like,
out
well,
there.
Remember
like,
Vrabel put the pads on versus Will Campbell?
He's laying out Volan and Mike Reese or something. I don't know if I want to see that.
Oh, I would love to lay some people out. In. In.
All right, Joe.
Who scored the points? I saw Noah Dalzell on the court.
Yeah, I don't know if Noah got a bucket. I don't want to give anyone credit that does.
Did Leroy play?
I don't believe Leroy play. I saw him and Cerrone saying they want in next year. I need them out there. Some competition at least.
Who else? You know who's a baller? Jay King.
Maybe he got a bucket.
Good ball player.
I don't know.
B-Rob can run.
He can run.
Anyways, what else we got?
All right, Joe, let's head to the world of playoff baseball. Our friends over in Seattle have introduced some new menu items for the playoffs. This one, I believe you sent in Slack last night. The Mariners have a Huckle Nut Cannoli for the ALCS. It is made with rosemary-scented ricotta cannoli shells filled with huckleberry sweet cream, toasted hazelnuts, and drizzled in smoked huckleberry caramel. Tonight, you're familiar with Dots pretzels?
Oh, the Dots, yeah.
They have now introduced a buffalo-flavored pretzel. Joe Murray, in or out?
In. Okay, so when I was probably 21, or maybe 22, one of my favorite things to do was to get a six-pack of Bud Light bottles. And it came to a point where I don't think I could drink alcohol, beer, without the peanuts. So this is kind of reminding me of that. But yes, guys, I had this like beer and peanuts kick at like 22, but the peanuts had to be the buffalo ones. You know, those little spicy. You ever eat peanuts when you drink?
I mean, I've eaten peanuts, Joe. Not like not scheduled.
Not while you drink?
I mean, I'm sure I have on the golf course or something, but
I found peanuts everywhere when I was drinking like that. But a nice beverage out of a bottle with some peanuts that are hot. It was a delight in my early 20s. It was a long time ago, guys. 20 years ago. I don't think I could do spicy peanuts now with beer anymore.
Joe Murray, out on hot nuts is what you're saying?
Yeah, out on hot nuts these days. But I do like those hot pretzels, though. And by the way, I feel like now, I'd put hot sauce on a lot of stuff. You know, hey, I'd put that bleep on anything. Would you ever put hot sauce on pancakes?
I mean, eggs, yes. Pancakes, no.
I've never done it. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
It was just, it popped right in there.
That feels like a Street Team Joe project right there.
Nobody did text me, though.
Oh, boy.
You ever go to the Market Basket down here?
Joe, yes, I've been to the Market Basket.
I've seen you in there.
Yes.
Did you know they have a little bit of a cafe there? Well,
like kind of off to the side when you walk in.
He told me that he uses the app to order off the cafe and then walks in and grabs it and goes. I didn't know you could do that.
He is he's an innovator, that Street Team Joe.
He probably went through the menu on his phone, though. Do you think he was in the parking lot, too? Like, yep, I'm going to order this while I
probably quicker.
That is true.
Had some issues.
I told you
there.
there's a place near my house that I get delivery at. The delivery will come to my house faster than if I drive there. And it's less than a half mile. Now, I hate doing delivery for something that's less than a half mile, but it's faster because the priority is the delivery.
What is your delivery mileage? Where you know, where
the
is
cutoff?
Yeah.
This one's probably 0.6.
That's you got to go pick it up, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you is they know that. They know the deal. They know me. They know me. They know my name. They know who I am. The owner Ramsey knows me. Might have to hug. We got him. I was going to say Luis was locked out for a second. So when they get me, they know my deal. I have to explain to them. It's faster for me to place the delivery than it is to come in. And I give them a nice tip.
What? On the Sports Hub.
Hey, this October, eliminate chili drafts for good with Window Nation. Right now, when you buy 2 replacement windows, you'll get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 whole years. But you have to hurry. The sale ends October 31st. Schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com.
Gambling can be addictive, just like alcohol and other drugs. And like with other addictions, help for yourself or a loved one is out there. Call the Massachusetts Problem Gambling Helpline at 800-327-5050.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Do you ever scream at your screen when your 5G internet freezes? It's the worst. So why not switch to Astound? Wi-Fi that just works. With Astound Wi-Fi, you'll rage less, buffer less, and live more. Get Wi-Fi starting at just $25 a month, and for a limited time, get up to a $300 Amazon gift card. Astound Wi-Fi, it just works. Visit astound.com today.
I know, Nelson. I'm telling them now. Winter is coming, and it's time to book a health and safety check for your home's heating system. Our heating system health and safety check is just $199, and it includes testing for gas and carbon monoxide leaks, inspecting drains and filters, and testing temperature and pressure to
Joe Murray. Just wanted to get into a couple of things that aren't football for a minute here. I got to stretch my legs. You know, never see Forrest Gump, and he's like, hey, man, I'm just going to stretch my sea legs. And then Forrest Gump goes, well, Lieutenant Dan, you have no legs. Well, I'm going to stretch them for a little bit. We've done Patriots first place, who's the best team in the AFC, redrafting the 2024 draft. We didn't get into Bill Belichick yet. We'll do that in a little bit. There are some trade candidates for the Patriots as well. But the Red Sox are bringing back most of their coaching staff from last year. I don't like the third base coach, Hudson, but he's coming back. But it was announced today that Ramon Vasquez will interview for the Minnesota Twins job. I think he'd be a great candidate for them. He won games last year when Cora wasn't was at his daughter's graduation. But I think it would be a big loss for them. And I honestly think he'd be a really good fit because they are rebuilding. He understands the analytical part of it all. But I'm also looking at it like this. I don't know if he'd have any involvement with the new general manager there or anything like that, but how about, I saw Jimmy Stewart post this, I'll give him credit. How about Ramon Vasquez for Joe Ryan? I don't know if they could actually do that, but could they entertain the idea of Joe Ryan losing Ramon Vasquez? I mean, who'd be the bench coach? Would it be Varitek at that point? Oh, boy. Does he even want to be the bench coach? If he becomes the bench coach, we're gonna get Varitek calls at night. Why don't they just put Varitek as manager? So that's one take. By the way, I hope that the Red Sox don't run it back. Pete Alonso says he loves playing in Boston. I don't know if the Red Sox love paying people 7 years, though. So we got that going. What else we have? Oh! The Bruins. They're going on a nice little road trip coming up. But there was news that Brady Tkachuk is going to miss some time. Potentially, 3 weeks? Did you know that the Bruins play Ottawa 3 times during that span? And Brady Tkachuk will not be available for any of those games. Advantage Bruins. Also, Marco Sturm. Sturm recently said that David Pastrnak is our leader. So why isn't he the captain? I'm on the belief that really they don't need a captain or they don't need to name somebody captain. Like, I don't think they need to. He'll be their best player. They don't need to name the captain. But he's the leader. So the Bruins lost yesterday. Pastrnak actually stopped a goal late to keep it close. Literally, he jumped in front of the puck. But those are just a few notes regarding things that are non-football at the moment. And that's what Mike wants to talk about here. He's in East Bridgewater. What's up, Mike?
Hey, just trying to figure out why the Bruins didn't start Swayman yesterday. I think it was perfectly set up for him to start yesterday and then again on Thursday when we play Vegas. I can't understand why Korpisalo was even starting last night.
So I don't understand either, but let me just give you this one. Tampa Bay went against Vasilevsky, who I think's playing tonight, right? And they went with Johansson. So maybe they looked at it and said, well, if they're going to play there, we'll play our backup. I don't have the answer. That's just what you asked me, and that's all I have, is maybe because they went with their backup, they were like, all right, well, that's a favorable matchup for us, too.
Yeah, I just think if Swayman's going to be the guy, it's time for him to be the guy, and he's got to start playing these, not necessarily back-to-back games, but 2 games in a row. This back and forth is not going to work for them.
It's just hard for me to blame Swayman on. I want to blame Swayman for everything.
Oh, yeah, no, you can blame the coach 100%.
Yeah. But do you have a problem with what Sturm's done so far?
I mean, the nitpicking, I don't mind them hemming it in. I'm ready for it. I feel like it's a throwback, and it's going to be, it's not going to be an electric season on offense, but I think they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot at the end, and that's all we can really ask for with this team.
Do you know what I noticed is all the defensemen are now stopping pucks. They're all there for block shots. That's why I brought up Pastrnak. He saved that goal in net. They're all Peak is the one guy that's really stood out to me as far as stopping shots, but McAvoy's been really good coming off that injury. So if I notice anything, the defense in front of the goaltending's been much better.
100%.
All right, Mike. Where are you going tonight?
Cool. Just back home.
Yep. All right, buddy. Well, you enjoy the night.
Cool. You too.
Okay. If I was in East Bridgewater, I'd stop at the Burger King on 495. Get myself a rodeo cheeseburger. It's just such an excellent little tasty burger. It's just a plain old patty with cheese on top, barbecue sauce, and 3 onion rings. That's it. Put into a little sesame seed bun. It's such a good delight. It's under $2. I mean, what can you get anymore for under $2? That's what I would look at if I was in East Bridgewater right now. Driving past 495. Got some options up there on Route 44, but it's after 8:30, so I don't know anymore. Jason, he's in Derry, New Hampshire. Hey, Jason.
What's up? I know why Peak is stopping so many shots, Joe. He got married in the off-season. He doesn't care anymore, you know? His wife's probably got him miserable.
John's in the car. John?
How you doing, Joe? So I'm driving home. I'm going over the bridge right now, so I might lose you.
Which
but
bridge?
let me go quick on the Red Sox off season. Pitching. What do you think about Hunter Green?
What bridge are you going over first?
Hello?
Yeah, what bridge?
Oh, the Zinkum.
Oh, are you going?
Yeah, going south.
Are you going south? Huh?
Yeah. Heading home.
Anything good on the ride over there?
No, I stopped at some weird pizza joint on the way back. I'm coming from Manchester, New Hampshire. Grabbed a buffalo chicken wrap. No ranch, no blue cheese, just lettuce and tomatoes. That's my go-to.
And it was weird, the place?
Yeah, kind of dingy, dark, I thought it'd be really good, but the wrap came out real small. I mean, barely bigger than my palm. I'm not a big guy.
So it was a buffalo chicken?
Buffalo chicken wrap. Yep. I don't like the ranch or the blue cheese in it. So I just do lettuce and tomato.
So
I didn't think you would like that. That's why I didn't start with that.
But here's the deal. How could I do a naked buffalo wrap? No sauce? No lettuce, no tomato?
You douse the thing in buffalo sauce, and hopefully there's like a 4-to-1 chicken to side ratio.
Okay.
So I mean, you're eating mostly chicken if it's good.
And does the wrap soak up some of the buffalo?
Oh yeah, I mean, let me tell you, the best place for the wrap that I'm talking about, takeouts in Easton, Massachusetts. If you've ever had it, God, the thing is like a flippin' football.
Okay, don't fumble. One more. Steve's in Southie. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Joe. Somebody called into the morning show this morning. I don't know if you heard it, but they had a good question about that Stephon Diggs offensive pass interference call, that nonsense call. And the guy asked Hardy is there a way in that circumstance where, like, either somebody in New York or somebody can, like, call in to the, kind of override that call on the field when it's so technical and not affecting the play? Like, is there any way to kind of, like, in the moment sort of, like, override those calls? Do you know if that's a thing that exists?
Well, there's certain penalties that you can't, certain plays you can't review. So, for example, the Jared Goff touchdown that was called back, there was illegal motion, but nobody called it until after they scored a touchdown, but you can't review that play. So
yeah,
how did they get called back? Did somebody call down and say, "Hey, man, there was illegal motion there"? And I don't know. And I didn't listen to the show because I work nights, so I sleep in the morning.
Yeah, I figured you missed it, but the bottom line is like there should just be some kind of like an overall rule about like if the penalty is not affecting the game, the play on the field, except in like a really technical way. There should be some kind of overall guidance to the officiating crew, like don't call it. I don't know. And then the very next play, there's like atrocious defensive pass interference on us that they didn't call. So I don't know, man. It just seems a little crazy to me.
Everything's crazy.
Yeah.
No, really.
Anyway.
It's all crazy.
Yeah. And of course, it makes everybody question whether there's, I'm sure you're old this, but just shenanigans with the line and.
Yeah, the shenanigans with everything. Did you know the Patriots game? The line was 40-46. It ended 25-19.
Yeah.
That would be.
I don't know, dude. It just seems crazy to me that if it's not affecting the game, they got to get rid of some of these, like somebody's 1 inch over the line or.
Did you bet on the games this weekend?
No, dude. I've been pretty good about staying away from that stuff because I'm not very good at it, and I end up just losing money. And plus, my big thing is like banana nuts, crazy 17-leg parlays. They're just so fun to, like play those. The parlays,
17-leg parlay.
I'm just saying, dude, like I do like the crazy parlays, like where it's got a couple different legs and, I usually hit 2 or 3 of the legs, but
I hit a 6-teamer once in like 2006.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, but I'm not a parlay guy because it's just.
Yeah, it's so dumb. I mean, obviously you're just throwing money away, but that was kind of fun. But I don't know, dude. I mean, that was my big thing because you're watching the game and it's an incredible touchdown. Thank God we won, but it just seems so stupid. Like this, the head ref on the field they should huddle up and be like, "Hey, bud, you know what? You're technically right. Let's take that flag up." And I don't know.
All right.
But
thank you, Steve.
Anyway, brother, have a great night, bud.
You too, dude. All right, Colin's running the board right now, so keep your finger on the dump button. We got JP in North Providence. Hello, JP.
Geez, thanks, Joe.
I gotta keep him on his toes. He's new.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't know who I am, right?
Not yet. He will now, though.
Yeah, the problem is everybody else knows who I am, so they're going to already jump off the phone. So, Joe, I got 2 things for you. First of all, Sunday night, that is some intense, hard-hitting going back and forth at you and Bedard over whether Vrabel calling, throwing the flag there to question the call was important or not. It was pretty intense, Joe. I like it. A little fiery after show. I do miss Leroy. And, Joe, I got to tell you, sneaky good food. Top Golf over in Dedham. We spent more on the food when we did on the hour and a half playing Pebble Beach, Joe.
Wait, Top Golf in Canton?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've been there. It's good food. Here. I got some buddies over there. Yes, I've had the food, but JP, can I give you? Okay, next time if you ever go there again.
Yeah, well.
Okay, shout out to Top Golf. You got good food. You're right, they do. They have good beer selection, great bar. People can golf in the snow there.
Well, I haven't played in the winter, but I'll do it. Why not? It's something to do. You got, the tater tots, macaroni and cheese tater tots, outstanding. Real men, bone-in wings. Don't give me this no bone in my chicken stuff. It's a bone-in wing with garlic parmesan, Joe.
I love garlic parmesan.
Oh, it was a Joe Moan for sure. Who do you know there that I could drop a name? Anybody?
No. Well,
Oh, I stumped Joe. It's unbelievable.
No, let me go through the phone. What'd you dip in? What did you dip in?
Well, I went with I don't know what it was. It was white and creamy. I kept dipping the bones back in again. It was so good. I think it was a ranch.
Yeah. So you take down the bone, huh?
Oh, it took it right down to the bone and kept dipping again just to get the sauce. I was double dipping with my own bones over there. Might be a new thing to try, but it was fantastic, Joe. Highly recommend it.
All right. Well, next time you're over there, you got to go. Have you ever been to Town Spa before?
No, I haven't.
All right. It's a bar pizza joint. You'll love the bar area, dude. It's right up your alley. Keno, big bar, cheap, and a little less inexpensive than maybe like another pizza place.
Dumb button and cheap. Thanks, Joe.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, okay, Tom's. Yeah, what am I getting there? Give me a pizza.
I like the linguiça pizza.
Oh,
but they make an excellent pie. Roni, garlic, bacon, all the meats and cheeses.
Joe, over the weekend we hit Rossetti's up in Beverly.
Nice. That's a good spot, bro. What'd you think?
Oh, loved it. Food was good. Service went way out of the way. She had like a pork on a bone, almost like a crown. I went with the eggplant. Outstanding. Very enjoyable, Joe. Highly recommend it.
Have you done Richardson's yet?
No, not. Oh, Richardson's. We're going Sunday. We got rained out last weekend.
Bring it. Okay, so they have batting cages.
We golf.
Okay,
my girlfriend wants to golf. I've been teaching her golf, and she can play.
They have golf, batting cages, the ice cream. You can even go look at the cows if you want. And across the street, they have this place called The Lot. It's about 5 or 6 food trucks in the lot. It's worth just taking a little lap around there just to see. You know what I'm saying?
Something nice to do on a Sunday morning.
It's very nice to do, and my buddy's on a card shop across the street as well.
Oh, there you go. I can go get. I am looking for a John Hanna card. I've got one. I'm looking for another one, so maybe I'll go check it out.
Maybe tell him Joe Murray sent you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, JP. Good job, Colin. Solid, buddy. Solid. All right. Well, we're going to go to break. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
I don't know what it was. It was white and creamy.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
I'm going to say it was a mix between ranch, All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. We'll do the musings on the other side. Take one more call before we hit the break. Mike is in Plymouth. Mike.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Mike.
I just wanted to point you into a direction of a great spot in Beverly when I used to live around there, and I used to live around Melrose. Have you ever heard of the Indo Pub in Beverly?
Yep.
Okay. I was hoping you had, because that is one of the best spots you can ever go to in Beverly. Best burgers, best vibe. Honestly, the best spot you can go to.
That whole little area, though, has really come along where the Cabot is and all that right now.
Yeah.
Just the whole little spot. But, yeah, I've been there a couple of times. The food's – they have a nice little – I've been there for lunch before. I used to work for the radio station in Beverly years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, North Shore Radio. So that's how I learned about a North Shore beef.
Yeah, the Indo has a very soft spot in my heart. I love that
They
place.
got the Indo burger with the garlic aioli on it. And
it's unbelievable.
You can get it with an egg and smoked bacon with crumbled blue cheese.
Oh, yeah. No, it's unbelievable. They have a little tiny fireplace in there, a tiny TV. It's just a place to...
Dude, know what they have that I've had before? The bourbon buttermilk fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they, shave ham down on it and, oh...
Yeah, it's just one of the smallest little places, but it just hits hard.
They got a great 3-cheese mac and cheese too.
I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah, where do you live in Plymouth? But you go to Beverly?
No, I used to live up in Melrose, and my buddy lived in Beverly. So yeah, I would go up there. We would hit up the Indo, hit up a few other places as well. But yeah, that's the spot to go.
Used to go to Melrose a lot for the Mexican Lindo.
What was that?
Mexican Lindo. You ever go there in Melrose?
No.
Wow, dude. I think you should go.
Oh. I might have to try it out.
Yeah. It's good.
But hey, you know what? I think Beverly is one of the best spots for some good food on the North Shore.
Man, have I been to Super Salad 500 times.
What was the burger place that's up there? That's super cheap, open wicked late, right across the bridge that goes over there. I forget the name of it.
Well, there's a 99. They have a 99 there. There's a Bill and Bob's.
Bill and Bob's, that's the one.
That's a beef place.
They did burgers wicked late night.
Oh wow, yeah. I've made many of a stop at Bill and Bob's. Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, dude. All right, well, Colin, that's how we do it. We're going to go to the musings now. We'll take a quick break. This hour of the Sports Hub, though, has been brought to us by Celsius Energy Drinks. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. I'm Joe Murray.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to
The YouTube people are pissed. Did you just reset it? Yes, River. They were.
A lot of roast beef talk going on in there.
Well, to catch everybody up to speed who just missed it, Arby's is being sued for false advertising. The lawsuit alleges that ads make the sandwiches appear to have at least 100% more meat than they really do. I mean, I'm looking at the advertisement. Ooh. I don't know if you saw this. Do you want me to send it to you? I'm going to retweet it.
I believe it's in Slack.
Okay, I'm going to retweet it to our listeners at Joey Murr, JoeyMurr.
Who has a more concrete legal case? These people against Arby's, or the gentleman who saw LeBron had a big announcement coming and spent thousands of dollars on Lakers opening night tickets, even though LeBron's injured?
I think that the Arby's looks worse.
I would agree.
Because, one, you're an idiot. B, that does not look like the advertisement. The old classic beef and cheddar. The one on the left looks like it's on a gigantic bagel. With a great cheddar cheese on top. Oh, that looks good. And the beef is like a pinkish pastrami looking color, right? Well, the beef on the right looks like I sat on that beef. Now, I have been blindfolded before and identified a beef.
Oh, okay.
So I'm an expert.
Wasn't sure where that was going, yeah.
I've also been blindfolded with chicken nuggets. So technically, Skaz, I got some merits. Like, if they brought me on to the Nathans, that announcer could be like, he is the 2-time blindfold champion.
The blindfolded beef champion. Blindfolds and beef with Joe Murray.
So I got cred. I got stripes, dog. All right. I got the stripes to do that. The beefs don't look the same. And I think we got ourselves a beef. The advertisement it's incredibly different. This is a legit lawsuit. It made the meat look like rare roast beef when it was actually fully cooked. And finally, Arby's lost its motion to dismiss the case.
Oh, not good.
Oh, suspect.
That's a little smelly, Joe.
So, listen. I am not doing this to disparage Arby's. I told you I've ate a lot of Arby's in my life. Arby's has great curly fries too.
You tried the steak nuggets yet?
No, but where is the closest Arby's?
I've never had Arby's in my life, Joe.
Really?
Really?
Okay, yeah. You've seen, like, I've never had a Hardee's. Where the hell would I go for Hardee's?
I think that's like a southern thing. I don't know. Never had Hardee's.
I did go to Jack in the Box and it sucked. Oops.
The one I will stand up for is Cookout. Cookout is phenomenal.
Cookout, huh?
Oh, yeah. Down south.
Can't read some of these things that are being said. Would you say that 100% of the time most of the ads look different than what you really get?
I would say 100% of the time is probably a little strong, but close.
Okay. What about, like, people who online date?
Oh, those I mean, I've never ventured into that world, but yeah, you hear the horror stories. The pictures don't exactly match the person in real life.
Yeah.
Catfishing.
Yes. What about a car? Like, you're buying a used car, and in the stock photo, it's like, man, it had a sunroof in the stock photo.
I've bought a lemon before, Joe. It stinks.
I hope I didn't sell it to you.
No, it wasn't you, Joe.
But it's very common, right? Like, I just brought up a car, right? I brought up, real life online dating. The chairs that are in that room when I do the off-air show at Felger make me look fatter than I am.
It's the chairs.
Yeah, no, it really is.
I'm not questioning,
No.
Joe.
And you know what? Tommy Boy was chubby, right?
A fat guy in a little coat.
He was a fat guy in a little coat. But the camera did make him look bigger.
The camera adds 10 pounds.
It really did. So, Arby's are they going to pay him off now?
I mean, a little hush money? A little beef money?
Arby's, I don't think, can handle this.
I think they can handle it.
You think they can handle this?
Yeah.
Where is there an Arby's? I need to know. I'm not even Google it. Oh, phone call? All right. This is important. Ronnie's in Natick. Hi, Ronnie.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, I think there's an Arby's right on Route 20 in Waltham, man.
Dude, we work on Route 20.
I know, no kidding. That's why I'm saying it. I swear to God, there used to be. It was right on. I mean, I would never eat that stuff, to be honest.
No, listen, I'm not disparaging Arby's. I liked Arby's.
I know. I don't know, man. That stuff doesn't look like real roast beef to me. But anyways, just to help you and get yourself what you want, I swear to God, man, this is the last place I've seen an Arby's.
All right.
Was Route 20 in Waltham.
Sorry, Ronnie. I got to let you go. We have breaking news.
This is Breaking Sports News, powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
All right, Alex Bregman will be opting out of his contract with the Boston Red Sox. This is per John Heyman of the New York Post. Of course, Alex Bregman had 2 years remaining at $80 million. Some of that money, of course, is deferred, but Alex Bregman, who's coming off a .273 season, will opt out of his contract, according to John Heyman. So there's been talks about this happening, and you know, I'm a little two-sided on it. What I mean by it is, I have this thought of, all right, man, go out and see what you can get, and I think the Red Sox value him, and yeah, go get what you can get. But there's the other side of it where when you're the Red Sox, or you're a Red Sox fan in general, or cover the team, does this mean now they found an out on the contract? I think he liked it here. He was a super influence on the locker room. He bought young players suits when they came up to the big league. He worked with certain pitchers in tweaks in their pitching stances, right? All these things. But Alex Bregman will be opting out of his contract. He'll become a free agent. So do I think he comes back to the Red Sox? They've certainly sacrificed a lot for him.
What's the number?
Is it $50 million? 2 years? Like, what is it? What would it be? I'm just thinking of if the Red Sox are going to bring him back, I go see what you can get. You know who missed him was the Astros, without a doubt.
Do you think it's more the term or the number? Because 40 is a pretty good number.
Interesting. I think that he's being advised. Really, I think he likes it here, Skaz. I think he can take advantage of the ballpark.
I mean, he's a Boris guy.
Yep, and I think he can be a two-hitter guy forever. So I really I'd love to give you an analysis on what's going on. I just think that he's being advised by one of the best agents in the business, and he's doing his due diligence. And it was probably a discussion at the time, or maybe even when he heard his quad, as to, hey, you could just opt back in, man. Could this help the Red Sox? Could he sign back for less money? Because that'd be a solid.
I would say unlikely. I mean,
it's unlikely.
Maybe longer term, and it's like $38 million or something. The other thing, too, is this free agent class has Kyle Tucker, Bregman. That Astros thing, I wonder if, Correa's back there already. I wonder if Bregman and Tucker, if they're trying to get the band back together for one more run. That would be quite a bit of money for Houston to shell out. I don't know if they're going to do that, but with Correa going back there, Altuve's still there, and now Bregman and Kyle Tucker on the free agent market, that's that team. That's the World Series team from Houston. Those are the four, cornerstones of that team. That I do find that a little interesting that they could get the band back together if they wanted to.
Now, I know that last week Mark Feinsand had an update on all of this, basically saying that he intends on opting out. The Astros, guys, right up there. Boom. The other one is the Tigers. They just made the playoffs. They got one of the better pitchers in baseball.
A.J. Hinch is there, his former manager.
There you go. Is there a mark? Like the Tigers could...
They're a team that needs a guy to get them over the hump.
Okay, so let's just hypothetically say that's the scenario. Let's play it out because this is why it's a news story. It's a news story because Alex Bregman's opting out and might not be a Red Sox. They moved on from Rafael Devers. It made them better, right? So, like, you lose him, you don't have that third base leader, power, anything. You have a hole there. Now, Trevor Story can opt out, too. Marcelo Meyer held the position well, but I think you want a little bit more power over there. I wonder if Story opts out. I'll say this. Alex Bregman has got plenty of options. The Red Sox are one of them. I think the best situations for him here because Roman Anthony and Alex Bregman could be something for a long time. It could be something for a long time. And we saw what it was like when Roman Anthony was that leadoff hitter. But we also saw what Bregman could do with him in front of him. He was the one who said gut punch, right? Multiple times when Roman Anthony went down. I got on him because I think his leadership lacked towards the playoffs. Really, his leadership on the field and at the plate. He's going to have a ton of suitors. And I think he's just being advised at this point. And would you rather play for the Red Sox or the Tigers? You would think the Red Sox are a bigger market team, probably a better relationship with the agent and the team. Plus, maybe he's guaranteed to get that $40 million. Does he want more?
Does that tell you, hypothetically, we're speaking in hypotheticals here. Does that tell you a little something about Alex Cora? If Alex Bregman were to go to Detroit to be back with A.J. Hinch and not Alex Cora? And that, we're not going that far yet.
How dare you mention that the manager could have something to do with him leaving?
I'm just saying, I know he was a big reason they brought him here, but if he leaves Alex Cora to go to A.J. Hinch, isn't that a knock on Cora? Bregman's supposed to be one of his guys. And all hypothetical, don't get mad at me, but just saying.
Could be a thing. Alex Bregman opting out of his current deal with the Red Sox. We'll when we catch up on all this, we'll re-rack it. I'm sorry to all our Arby's friends. Arby's is getting sued, and they got bumped by Alex Bregman. Tough day for them. We'll have more coming up next. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
Murray. Dropping within the last 15 minutes or so, Alex Bregman will be opting out of his contract with the Boston Red Sox. Not a major surprise. There's been talks, at least for a week or so, that he will opt out. Obviously, know his agent is Scott Boras. Sounds to me like it's probably a business move, and he's directed that way by one of the best agents in the history of the game. And Skaz brought up the point about when you sign a deal like that with all those deferred money and, performance, etc. I mean, you're making $40 million a year when it's all said and done. And if you like it here and you like the manager, why opt out at all? And I saw Jared Carrabis of Underdog post this a little while ago, but he pretty much said not a surprise, but it will be a surprise if he leaves. So that's from Jared Carrabis of Underdog. You would think Cora has a lot to do with him staying here. So yeah, Skaz, I'm looking at money. And first thing with me is money, but maybe it should be about the relationship. Like maybe that should be something that if he likes Alex Cora and likes it here, stay. If he opts out and takes less or got a different rework deal, I'd almost commend him for it because then he likes it here, right? The A.J. Hinch thing, though, is maybe he thinks the Red Sox are this young budding team that if he goes elsewhere, he gets that one more crack. I can't see it. I can't see him going to the Astros. I can't. The Tigers, though, interest me. And I'm now throwing a couple of things together, but when you look at salaries, right, in Major League Baseball, when you look at third baseman salaries, Rendon is the big guy, right, with the Angels?
And he stinks.
Carlos Correa, $36 million. It's a lot of money. Then it's Arenado, I think, is a free agent, but how old is he? This is the guy I'm looking at, Skaz. If the Red Sox are looking in a different direction or know Bregman's intentions, I got two names for you. One is Eugenio Suarez. Remember they tried to trade for him? And I think Seattle made the trade, right? That guy hits 38 home runs a year. I like the $40 million for him. I know what Bregman can do. The other one, and it's so funny because I threw it in Slack the other night just as like something to keep track of. But there is a Japanese star coming over. Was it Munetaka Murakami, I think his name is? Third baseman. I've heard so many great things about this guy. He does have experience at first base as well. So, do the Red Sox have maybe a tip on him? Is there something to it? But he's like one of these infield, Japanese players who can make an impact right away. So, if there are different names, those are the two I would bring up. Those are at least two that interest me. One's the unknown. The other's a guy can hit 35 home runs a year. I still think the value of Alex Bregman batting second and behind Roman Anthony is a huge positive for the Red Sox.
Just another thing, too. Doesn't getting rid of Rafael Devers look much, much worse if you don't have Alex Bregman in the middle of your order?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And that return for Devers looks worse by the day.
And then they don't get the Japanese infielder, or they don't get Suarez.
Or Pete Alonso, or any of those guys.
Now you're what? You traded Blaze Jordan, who is...
Now you're starting Marcelo Meyer at third base next year?
Marcelo Meyer over there. Or do you bring in a 33-year-old Nolan Arenado, who's not the player Bregman is? Good player. Good player. Tier below, maybe? Play a little second base, too. You have to think he's coming back to the team. I don't know. There's a lot there. A lot of meat on that bone. Let's take a quick break. We're going to get that one on the internet. River's working on it. I told him I'd get him on before we go home tonight, but we got some breaking news happening. So if you want to react to it, you certainly can. 617-779-0985. We'll get your headline right now here on the Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius.
right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm a little upset that the Arby's talk. Like, if Alex Bregman doesn't come back, I want to remember this moment, guys. I want to remember the moment when we were talking about potentially a restaurant being sued over the sandwich not looking like it does on television or in the photo. I was really looking for what was going to happen there, but instead Alex Bregman opts out of his contract. I'm thinking about this one. This one's a thinker. Like, I understand the impact Alex Bregman made. Like, I get it. There's been talks for a while he's going to opt out. Like, are both sides fine with that? And I'm already seeing some comments from people. Let someone else pay for that salary. Marcelo Meyer can hit 270 with 20 home runs and 80 RBIs and play third base. Because I'll tell you this, whenever you see Roman Anthony, who do you see him with? You see him with Marcelo Meyer. The Tigers are going to have to be in on him. And I wonder if the Dodgers would be in on him. Is Max Muncy? I just saw this. Max Muncy's a free agent too. So they'll have money. Who are the other free agents that will be of? I just wanted to look this up real quick. Arenado's one of them. I know that. So this is the salaries. Baez with Detroit. Chapman, San Francisco. Oh, man. There are some guys who make a lot of money per season. Yoan Moncada, also a free agent. You know, he was a part of that Chris Sale trade. That's not really getting you excited, is it, people? So Alex Bregman moving on. Well, opting out, I'll say. It doesn't mean he'll move on. Houston and Detroit, those are the two teams. If they offer him 3 and 35, will the Red Sox match? That's the story. That's the story. If he does get out to the open market, because he can still work out a deal. If it's 3 and 35 from another team, would the Red Sox match it? And I think Marcelo Meyer's the replacement. I don't know if you can do that with his injury history, but there are other options. I mentioned there's a Japanese infielder that seems to be predicted to be the next big name, like a $200 million type player. And could be somebody that is in the mix. Manutaka Murakami is his name. Plenty of buzz. 246 home runs in 892 games. He had 56 home runs back in 2022. He was primarily used at third base, but does have experience at first base. He's 25 years old. He might be the kind of free agent who might hold nearly universal appeal in the big leagues. He's linked to the Mariners, of course. Eugenio Suarez would become a free agent. The Red Sox were in on him at the trade deadline. He'd be a big name. At Fenway Park, that guy would hit 40 home runs. Would you rather spend the money on that or captain experience, two-hitter, etc.? To me, Bregman's the sure thing, but I do think there's upside in both Murakami and Suarez. Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. Let's talk to Stanley. He's in Taunton. Stanley.
Hey, Joe. How you doing today, sir?
Good, bud.
So, did you think he was going to stay on that contract, $140 million for 3 years, right?
It's a lot of money, though.
Or no?
It's hard to say. Like, here's the deal. I think Scott Boras knows what he's doing. And did I think it, though? Yeah, I thought, why not just take the money at a big number and maybe then you'll have another year to kind of bet on yourself.
Yeah, because I thought it would make sense for him to stay in that contract because you had that thigh injury against the Orioles. You never was the same after that, and then was struggling to hit the ball near the end of the year. I thought he would just stay. But if we're going to go after third baseman, you might as well go after Suarez because you said we were trying to get him. And also, I'm going to be honest with you, as a Boston fan altogether, except the Revolution, I find it irritating at the fact that these fair-weather Red Sox fans were crying and complaining about the Devers deal when Devers' mentality was being toxic to the kids or making the kids think it's okay to be in a toxic situation, which it's not. So no matter what, he had to go away. Yeah. And also, too, people keep forgetting that he was probably the worst third baseman in the major league.
He had a lot of errors. But I'll say this, Stanley. Right now, like as you and I have a conversation, they don't have Bregman or Devers.
I understand that, yes.
So that's a fail.
It is.
Now, we can't get on him yet because, season hasn't started yet. But my fear, Stanley, is he walks and they sell Marcelo Meyer as a 300 hitter and 20 home run guy.
No, true. But the other thing that we need to also talk about before you let me go is that the fact that we're going into this offseason looking for not only a number 2 pitcher, we're looking for a third baseman, and we have all this money to spend, but we're going to spend all this money at Manchester United. Was it Manchester United or Liverpool? Which one is it?
It's Liverpool.
All right, Liverpool. And for some reason, we still can't even outbid or even sign guys that we need to make this team legit because you can't tell us this nonsense.
Stanley, that's why I brought up the system. They believe in their system. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Sorry I had to go. Oh, get ready. Colin doesn't know this. You can turn your mic on. Say hi. Say hi to everybody, Colin.
What's up, Joe?
All right, you go. Soft-spoken man, huh? What do you think about this trade? You got any takes on this? On the opt-out, excuse me?
Bregman?
Yeah.
I think it makes sense for him. I think he'll ultimately end up back with the Red Sox. Longer-term deal. But
do you talk, do you do a podcast?
I have in the past, not currently.
You have a very soothing voice.
I've gotten that before.
Yeah.
Do you want me to ramp up the energy or?
No. Whatever you're doing is fine. Okay. It's at 9:45 at night. This is
put the people to sleep.
I kind of like it. So, do you think that the Red Sox and Alex Bregman are going to come to an agreement on this?
I do. I think he'll sign longer term.
Yeah, what do you think the number is going to be?
5 years, 35 a year. I can't do the math on that, but
you would give him 5 years?
Sure, yeah. If it doesn't work out, you just pay him the money for 10 years.
Oh, you defer the money?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's not your money.
No, it's John Henry's money.
That would be $175. 5. So you could give him 5 and $175, or you can give this Murakami guy. Yeah, Murakami is his name. He can get $200 million. Would you do that?
No, I'd give it to Bregman.
Because he's a sure thing.
Yeah, you don't know.
What about Suarez?
I'd give it to Bregman.
Okay.
They gave all that money to Masataka Yoshida. What happened to him?
Big time hitter in the playoff.
True. I don't know if it's sustainable, though.
Yeah. Can you just say, it's October 14th on a beautiful Tuesday night. It is 53 degrees in Waltham.
Like a bedtime story? Or?
Yes.
It's October 14th on a beautiful Tuesday night here in Waltham, Massachusetts.
I like it, Skaz. I like it. Do we have anybody with a lower voice than him?
It's giving me a little bit of Sean Silver vibes.
Silver's deeper though.
He's deeper, but the tone, the pacing, I feel like is very similar.
What's your favorite dinner? Like if you're gonna have a mercy meal, one last meal forever, what would it be?
Good steak and cheese.
What do you put on your steak and cheese?
Just ketchup and mayo.
Ketchup and mayo.
Yep.
Controversial.
Mix them up.
What's your favorite South Shore bar pizza?
I'd probably go Cape Cod Cafe.
Okay. It's important.
It's probably the one I've hit up the most.
What do you get? What kind of pizza do you get?
Pepperoni.
I'm a pepperoni guy too.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think of the air fryer?
I love an air fryer. Oh, I run into a problem where if you air fry it for 4 minutes just to heat it up, it doesn't get fully hot, so you gotta throw it in the microwave too.
So you do the micro air fry combo?
Yeah, I throw it in the air fryer to get it crispy and then microwave it to get it hot.
I do it the other way around.
The micro fry.
Micro fry. Exactly. That's the way I do. That's Skaz. So we have Colin's voice and Skaz's voice and my voice. Very, very. You're from Abington?
Abington.
Which.
Great town.
Just doesn't matter.
Joe has some vendetta against Abington.
Well, Weymouth too.
What's wrong with Abington?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's a pass through.
That's an insult.
I feel like you could say that about any town.
Not mine.
I mean, it's up to interpretation.
Yeah, Abington sucks. What's good? Tell me something good about the town of Abington.
Well, you're putting me on the spot. I mean,
like me, if you're like, Joe, what do you love about Hyde Park? I'd be like, Ron's Bowling Alley. It's great, man. Some of the great Tutto Italiano is one of my favorite. I could just ramble.
Abington's got a great bowling alley. Timber Lanes.
Candlepin?
Yeah.
I like
Candlepin guy.
Do you play Candlepin still?
Yeah.
Or you like Candlepin over Big Ball?
Yeah, I grew up playing Candlepin. I was in the league every Saturday morning.
Oh, you were a league? Did you have a uniform?
We had shirts.
Did you have your own ball?
I did have my own balls, yeah.
I respect that.
I will say this:
I
I
had my
played
name on it and everything.
I played pool years ago, and I had my own pool stick.
What did it say? Joe Murray on it?
No, but it was a gift, and I even had a pool stick holder. So when I walked around, I had a little
case.
Yeah. You ever play pool?
Yeah, I've dabbled.
How old are you?
22.
Young buck.
Yep. Just graduated college.
Where'd you go to school?
Quinnipiac.
Good pizza.
Do you know Kevin? No, who went to Quinnipiac?
I believe
one of ours. Oh, no.
Was it Kevin?
West Roxbury, dude. Yeah, Pumphrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pumphrey.
I don't think so.
The Aura.
Yeah, literally the Aura.
Doesn't ring a bell.
No, you don't know him?
He was a younger buck.
All right. Well, should we just keep going?
We got 4 minutes.
Okay, well, let's see if we can take 3 calls in 4 minutes. Rajiv.
Hey, what's up? I know you're a little bit bummed about the Bregman talk, so I'll throw you back briefly to Arby's. There are 2 Arby's in Massachusetts, one in Auburn and one in Chicopee, so that's all that's left.
Wow, Auburn, okay.
And when you guys were talking about percentages, 100% more roast beef simply is double the amount.
Okay, so basically it shows a double, but it's really a single.
Yeah, it's sort of like half, yeah.
Rajiv, thank you for clarifying that for me.
Yeah. And quickly, unrelated, last week you guys, back on food topics, you were talking about the Reese's Oreo, right?
Yes.
Did you know there was also an Oreo Reese's?
Whoa.
Yeah, my girlfriend told me about that.
So one was inside out, and then
Reese's filling.
They're like inside out, basically. Made two different versions.
It's got the Reese's peanut butter filling, and I have to say, compared to the Reese's Oreo, which wasn't all that great, the Oreo Reese's is fantastic because it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup inside the filling. So yeah, Oreo Reese's and Reese's Oreo, 2 different products.
I will pass the message along. Thank you, Rajiv.
All right, take care.
All right, please, we need to talk to Joe about this one. Tom's in Natick. Tom.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
So I'm at North Station, so basically the Garden, and when there's not a Celtics or a Bruins game, the food scene is very disappointing.
Oh, no.
Any suggestions?
Oh, you mean like in the area?
Yeah.
I like Play Upstairs. They have really good pizza above Big Night. I always like to go to Porter's down the street. Always very good. And if you want to walk over to the North End, Bova's is open 24 hours.
Oh, yeah, but I got a train to catch, so I can't go too far. But
I would suggest this thing called McDonald's. How halftime pizza? How's that? Chris in Marlboro. Chris.
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
Hey.
Hey, I like halftime pizza. It's a decent pie. I actually got it. My wife brought it home for me a few weeks ago.
It's good.
But
good dudes too. I know.
Yeah, what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. No, they're great guys. Everybody that works there. I love watching the fights. You know, that's the place to go before the game and after the game.
Yep.
But hey, Bregman's got some marbles to opt out of that contract with the season he had. Injuries. He couldn't hit in the playoffs. The only person who could hit was Yoshida in the playoffs. It was two little singles. You know, one of them won a game. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
But this team needs some pop. We need some bats in the lineup. We need some major upgrades. I love this team, and I had a great time watching them last year, but I want upgrades. Let's go. Spend the money.
Go.
Come on, Henry.
Let's go. Marbles.
And I'm hungry. I'm hungry, too. I just smoked a joint.
Oh, where you going? I'm going to be in Marlboro on Saturday at a dispensary.
No way. Yeah, I like. There's a few of them there.
You got that
Actually,
Friendlies
one
though.
that's good.
There's a drive-through Friendlies across from Apex. Go to Blue Square.